Hello everyone, I am Tacet and welcome to the Gems of War stream. So today, of course, we got ourselves two new big things. One is, of course, the Zilopochtli Mythic. It is rather average, probably worth skipping. Overall, probably not worth going for. It's okay. It's kind of a little bit like an Umanif in a way, that it needs a kill and then it gets to do 12 skulls. Overall, biggest issue it really has is it doesn't really have that good traits. Traits are rather underwhelming. Death Mark on it generally doesn't get used. The immunities it has generally don't get used. And then the only other thing it has is like that 12 damage thing, but it's really random how it distributes. You have to do it off a yellow rather than off extra turn. It's just really clunky to use, especially since he doesn't actually use any yellow on himself. So you'd have to use that on something else. And I don't know, it just doesn't really work out that well. And as we kind of already expected, yeah, it's just not that worth it. We kind of already knew that before today, but now we really know because we got to try it a little bit. Probably still mess around with it a little bit later today. However, there's one main objective that we do want to go do, and we will be doing pretty much the entirety of this stream, and that, of course, is the new faction. We got the new faction of Depths of Sin, which obviously is associated to Sin of Mirage, which I believe brings the kingdom finally to 10 plus stars, which oddly enough it hasn't been for a while. And actually, it still isn't, because even with 4 more troops, it still hasn't reached 10 stars. Gosh. But prior to this, it had the least amount of troops of any kingdom. I believe that is now Drakzoom. Yes, Drakzoom is now the lowest by 1. Drakzoom has 17, and Sin of Mirage has 18. But anyways, let's go through the quest line. Might as well read through it since we haven't actually gone through it yet, and go from there. Where is it? So it's right over here. Depths of Sin. Obviously 4,000 gold as they normally are. Get a +2 purple, +1 red, -1 brown from the banner there. And then we'll go through all of our shards as soon as we finish our quest line. As we neared the portal to the Sin of Mirage, Penglong approached me. What is more dangerous, little traveler? An elf who has fallen? Or or a daemon who is rising? I don't know. It is wise to know what you don't know. Let us ask these daemons. Daemons. Okay, and obviously we will one-shot them all with Rowan, while also gaining Doomsayer XP. Yeah, we'll see what teams we can use. I haven't actually built any teams for it yet. We'll be covering the video a little bit later today, but this stream we'll be able to go and test around with a bunch of stuff. I forget what colors it even is. Well, then again, we just saw the banner. It was red and purple. So I assume it's red-purple restriction then. I'm pretty sure every single kingdom is based on this banner. So it should be red-purple restriction for the delve. Was it glitched this morning? Well, good thing I didn't try doing the video in the morning. This is why I generally try not to do videos like right after reset time. Because for whatever reason, there's almost always some kind of glitch with it. Or with either with the drop table or, you know, something. There's always something. They seemed unhelpful. You don't say. But now, we've seen them closer. It is as I feared. Oh. They are servants to Tartarus, an old daemon lord. Tartarus? Yes, they call him the artisan of sin. Interesting. Actually, he has a really good boost ratio, too. He might actually be one of the best pure faction delve troops we've ever gotten. This pure faction should actually be a bit easier than quite a few others. Because his boost ratio should be really, really solid for it. I believe he has like 1-to-1 based on their attack or something, on top of his damage he already has. It's pretty solid. It's one of the best boost ratios we've had for a delve. Let us investigate further, little traveler. Okay. ... If it is Tartarus, we will find his creations nearby. Creations? Monstrous war machines. He builds them slowly, painstakingly, perfectly. Oh. He does not fear moving slowly, only standing still. I see. Build him as he's moving. That's a lot of blood on that. You got 2 copies with only 100? Nice. Though I don't think there would be any benefit in having more than 1, though. Still really nice, though. What does that count as? A construct? I assume it counts as construct. Clank. It is a construct, right? Yeah, daemon construct. Makes sense. When it's reset at 9 a.m. and you're quarantined, you're ready. I know, right? Well, my reset time's at a really weird time. My reset's at like 3 a.m. in my time zone, so it's like in the middle of nowhere. It makes sense that he would build his machines here. Why? The portal to Kristara is nearby, of course. We must find his summoning circle. Summoning circle? Yes, it'll be well protected by servants, I see. And we shall obliterate them in one shot, so it's not that well protected. Ah, I see Tartarus far up ahead, surrounded by beasts. You do. Sharp ears and keen eyes, little traveler, obviously. What will you do when you meet him? Fight? Talk? Dance? Let's go with the dance options. That's up to him. Good. Deep doubts, deep wisdom. Small doubts, little wisdom. Something like that. Okay. Gar. Rawr. Any thoughts on level 300 plus teams? Out of red purple? I assume without Zugoff, because I might be using Zugoff by that point. What's a good red purple that doesn't use Zugoff? Because I'm definitely going to be using Zugoff when I get that high. Try to think of a non-Zugoff. Well, you have purple, so you can Mang Skull Spam. Oh, you do have Zugoff? Just build around Zugoff then. Mang Zugoff. Pretty much all Mang. I think I might actually use Mang for this stuff. We'll see. There's a couple different ways we could do it. But given that we have access to purple, we do have access to all the Mang stuff. We also have access to Divinish Ball Equivalent combo due to red, which is rather interesting to use. Actually, we have access to the full team, don't we? Yeah, you can use the full Divinish Balla meta. That would actually be pretty good for mid-range. You can use the whole Rope Dart, Divinish Balla, Quillin, Moon Rabbit combination, which is decently strong. It wouldn't work like the entire time, but it would work really good for like the lower range into the mid-range. Just not the really high upper range. But by the upper range, I'd probably switch over to Zugoff by then. You could use Ketris. You can end up doing, what's the team? You could end up doing Yasmin's Pride, double Ketris into, trying to think of the mana generator converter. There has to be something that Empower converts into that. If nothing else, you can use Leprechaun. That'll work, obviously. We do have access to Leprechaun, so that'll make things quite a bit easier, regardless of what team you want to go use. As that's a lot of mana accumulation that you'll be able to get off of that, because it does count as purple. Those beasts were more of his creations, so I see. I think we have one battle left. They say that he has been building these constructs for millennia. Wow, why have we just found them now? And that deep in the earth, he crafts the ultimate war machine. Oh, but he is waiting for a soul mighty enough to power it. Oh dear. Well, we have millions of souls. One of these is bound to work. The path to Tartarus is clear now. He awaits you. Will you help me? A good teacher holds the door open. Okay. A good student enters by themselves. Off we go. And we go obliterate him in one shot. But yeah, he has a pretty good boost ratio. He deals damage to an enemy, and then it's boosted by their attack, and then he gains some souls. So yeah, he'll be able to do damage based on attack. So if the enemy has something like 100-something attack, boom, 100-something damage. So as they upscale, so does your damage on him, which is pretty nice. One of the few upscaling delve troops we've ever seen, which should hopefully make Pure Faction a little bit easier, though it could also hit us in the inverse way, of course, because also boost ratios off of us. But we should be able to utilize it a little bit better than the AI will. Another problem solved by fighting. He started it. It is not a criticism, little traveler, merely an observation. Oh? Great victories require great battles, indeed. But the greatest victories require no battles at all. We'll see. And as that. So, crossline done. Now to go do all the thingies. So, first thingy. Let's just delay that. Boom. Okay. Next thingy. Let's go and throw a bunch of shards. Like pretty much every shard we have left, might as well. Let's just throw every last shard. And it should be way more than enough to get them all max. Normally you need about like, what, 8,000 or so? Something like that. I believe is what it takes on average. But of course it could take more if you get really unlucky. And normally it takes less, I would say. Probably closer to 6,000 or 7,000. But it's always good to keep at least 8,000 or at least 10,000 on reserve. Just to make sure that when the next faction comes around, you have enough to max it all out. So I still need to go buy our packs. Not sure how far we're buying. I don't know. Anyone who did all skips, how many packs did it take you? If anyone has done all skips already. But then again, it's still pretty early in the event. I'm not sure how many people actually got bothered getting it done yet. We're probably going to be finishing it this stream. We'll try doing the entirety of it this stream. Because tomorrow morning we will be doing Animal Crossing. Because we'll be doing May Day. We actually got an update today. But I won't be playing it till tomorrow. Because I believe you can only do it once. Plus we have all the May insects to start catching and all that. And all the normal things we do with that. And of course today we're just doing Gems of War. But the main thing being the entirety of the faction events. Which will start as soon as we get all the upgrades in. But technically this is part of it. Just need to get the upgrades in first. This is a part of factions. They really need an open 50 option. They have it for keys. Why isn't there an option for portals? I never understood that. Why there isn't an open 50 portal. Despite the fact that they do it for keys. And the fact that you often need it whenever a new faction comes out. How many is 50? 50 comes out to, what is that, 1,200, right? No, I did math wrong. 50 comes out to 1,000. How did I fail that badly at math? But, yeah, it's 1,000. That's not that many shards. You know, to save us from having to click so many more times. I'm surprised they still haven't updated that. I kind of want to mention that too. Gosh, I really need to start keeping a list. There's so many things I want to mention for next patch, and I'm already starting to forget a couple of them. But we really need an open 50 button for portals. It shouldn't even be that hard to add. I wouldn't expect. Visually on the screen, they might have to change it up a little bit to make it fit. But, I know they do it for keys. Why can't they do it for this? Okay. I think that should be good. So, there we go. Let's just go double check to make sure we max them all. Which we should be way beyond at this point. Where's upgradable? Okay, let's go get these max. They should all be maxable right now. I highly doubt they wouldn't be. Let's get them ascended, get them leveled, get them traded. Do it all manually. Don't use any trait stones. I just used it for the mythic. Yeah, you could build one really big guard's avatar. I've been doing that quite a bit lately, so I'm probably not going to go down the avatar route, I don't think. I feel like I've been using guard's avatar a lot lately. It's actually has been decent ever since it was released. How meta it's been has varied, but it's still a great it's a great Rowan alternative when you don't have Rowan. It's a really high rarity Rowan alternative, but still an alternative nonetheless. Also, I didn't even say hello to everyone yet. I need to go do that. So I might need to go get another water. This one's almost out. Forgot to get one before the stream started. I might need to go get another water. We'll do that a little bit. Okay, anyways, where were we? We upgrade everything on him, right? Let's hope so. We could always just double check on the faction. Do the ascension first. Ha, double Tesla. I haven't run double Tesla for a while. I haven't been as huge of a fan of it lately, personally. But it is good. So hello, Humberto. Actually, I need to go say all the hellos. Right, let me just double check that I upgraded everything. Where's the kingdom? What's it called again? Depths of Sin? There it is. Okay. Did we upgrade them all? Yes. Okay. We're good. But anyways, let me go back, track, and say hello to everyone. Still haven't done that yet. Hello, Drock Savage. Hello, Zeddicus. Hello, Michael. Hello, Original. Hello, Sass. Hello, Marcelo. Hello, Ricardo. Hello, the Big Nasty. Hello, Suzani. What is the best team to use in this faction? For what level range are you looking for? And what rarity? We'll be messing around with quite a few teams. We'll cover a video later today. But we still gotta test around with a bunch of stuff. For the very early battles, I might just run a Gargoyle quick kill. Because we get Leprechaun into Gargoyles. What is the, oh wait, never mind, let's do reset time. Let's see. Hello, Dust Angel. Yeah, you can run something with Ketris. Yasmin, Ketris, Leprechaun, one other option. It would work. You can run that through the entirety of the Delve. It would be a little bit slower at really low level range, but it would run through everything. Hello, Jason. Hello, Daniel. Hello, Mehmet. Hello, let's see what I forget. Hello, Jason. Hello, Marbarashi. Hello, Army X Tube. Hello, D-Goat. And hello, everyone else who hasn't said hello. Welcome. Anyways, let's go over the faction stuff. So, these I'll keep alive because I do want to have them around. Let me go grab all the things that we use for this video week. Actually, most of them are already marked accordingly, except those aren't actually the teams. So we got a 20 to 100, we got a 100 to 500, and we got a pure faction. So technically they're already marked, except these are not the actual teams we need because these were for the Tuesday event, not for today's event. Oddly enough, we actually can use this pretty much the exact same. Just replace it with Leprechaun. Actually, we could actually probably even just keep it with that. You know what? We could actually just kept that. And just keep it with Gimlet. And just try for a lot. But Leprechaun has consistency regardless, though. I think we go for Lep. So we'll put Leprechaun in there. Nothing else we get free gold. And the -1 on purple doesn't really matter. These the first cast is the only one we really need. Okay, that should be fine. Let's do brown +1 red with that. And yeah, let's run that. Boom. That'll be the ones we run for the lower level range. Sounds perfectly fine. Before we do that, though, we need to go put our treasure in here. So, let's go do that. I'll start with our rings. Let's keep track of how much we use. We currently have, let's just say we have 2 million. No, we can keep track of the exact number. So, let me go type that down, actually, just to make sure we keep track of it exactly. Because why not? Let's see. There we go. Oh, there's the exact number. And now we'll figure out how much gold we use. I might just go to 100 or 200 right now. I mean, not 200, but to 100 or 150. I'm not sure if we're going to go all the way. Also, I likely don't have Cinemirage upgraded. I wonder if we should. What color is Cinemirage? Isn't it red? Have I tried the Horde calculator? Is there a calculator for it? I have not. I know, like, generally when you should be using treasure, just to maximize on the value. But you theoretically could put it into, like, a calculator or something like you mentioned and get the exact. If someone's made a spreadsheet thingy for it. An Excel sheet or something. Okay, I think we'll switch into chalices. Because we're not going as far this time, so I want to save the gold. Because we are pretty low in gold right now. Oh, you can't post links. YouTube won't let it, unless you're like a moderator. Let's see. But yeah, what do? Do you just put in like what treasures you have and what level you want? How does the calculator work? Didn't realize someone made a calculator thingy for it. Getting the exact number generally doesn't really matter though. We normally know the approximation. Oh, okay. For how much time it would take to put all the inputs in, it's probably just worth it just to throw it all at it. Unless you really precisely wanted to calculate it out. So I need to figure out what level I'm going for. I think this time around we might just go for 100. Obviously we have to go minimum 100. But this should stay under 1 million. Because we just crowned the last little bit. Actually, we might even start crowning now. We'll go one more bulk and then start crowning. And how much are we at right now? Let's start crowning now. And that should take us 3 sets. Or sorry, 4 sets, I mean. Actually, might need to throw some chalice in there. Let's see, 1, 2... Could maybe throw a genie in there. That was 1 genie, bring it to. Too much XP. Yeah, 1 genie is slightly too much. But not going genie is not enough. What a fail. I guess we could pull down 1 chalice right now. And then just do, because that won't actually increase the price. So actually that works out perfectly then. So we'll do 1 chalice right now. Which technically should have gone in a little bit earlier, but it's not that big a deal. It's only a few thousand gold difference. And then we do that, and then boom. And it looks like that comes out to about 1.1 million gold total. Which is fine. Because as I say, it normally costs about 1 million or so. I use mostly smaller treasure. Obviously, you can get down even more if you use genie lamps and sacred treasures. But yeah, I think we're just going to go for 100 for now. Because we're going to probably buy enough potion effects due to semi-skipping to get it done. So if we just subtract this from our thingy real quick, we'll see exactly how much we just spent. So let's see, 989, 781 minus, let's see, 847, 381. And that brings us to a total of 1,142,400 gold spent to do that, which isn't too bad. It's like 1.15 million. So just a little over 1 million, which isn't that bad. Let's go claim all these, of course, because we got up to 500 level. Also, our offers today are these. This was one of them that I said was worth it. Like, this one obviously isn't. And we went over them a little bit yesterday. This one isn't. I'm not going to be getting any deeds that aren't purple. Imperials I'm even considering not doing. And we're almost done with purple suit too, so I might even just stop with purple. Unless we just happen to see it. Like, the next time I see purple, I'll probably go for it. Every subsequent time, probably not. But as far as clan offer thing, I might go for this. A purple orb is theoretically worth 135 gems. And those guild gifts, while I don't get to keep the gems, I'm pretty sure guild gift gives you 25 gems to someone in your guild. And I've never actually had these guild gifts before. Because I haven't spent money on these seal things ever since they've been released. I spent money on them. But guild gifts didn't exist at the time. They have become a little bit cheaper to get, though. What actually is the rate of them currently in the guild? Oh, no, is that worth it? I think it might be worth it. It's because I'd have to spend money if I actually want to get them. However, we can get them without spending money now, which is kind of cool. Though it's, I believe, locked behind VIP 6. Let me double check. What point do you... also, did I collect my seals yet this week? Also, guild! We need more gold! Who is slacking this week? Who is lacking on gold? We have a 0. Why are you at 0? We have 1 0 and 1 person really far behind. But come on, people. We need more gold. How are we still having tasks that aren't done? And it's a faction week too, so I don't even have like any spare gold either. Yeah, we still got a few in there. Anyways, what was the other thing? I was just checking how many guild gifts. Oh yeah, you do get 25 off of that. So each guild gift is like worth like $1 then. If you were to try like buying it. On average, it comes out to like $1. If you like average out these costs. Because that one has 7, that one has... and yeah, there are 25 gems in each. But, yeah, I guess we'll go for them. Because that's the only other way you can get them is with money, so... might as well get them without money. This pack does require you to have had VIP 6. So you would have at some point had to have put money into the game. But, theoretically, it doesn't cost me any money to get them, though. It's not like we have to spend more money at this point. So yeah, well, I guess we'll go for that. It seems worth it. Its gem value is technically higher than what we're spending, theoretically. And these are technically worth like $1 each, theoretically, if you were to get them by any other means other than spending gems on them. So I guess that's okay. And then the Orb of Clans is worth 135 gems, and the 3 things are 75. So if you bring that to a total, that comes out to 210 gem value. Is that really much of an increase? Not really. However, I don't normally have a way of getting guildmate gifts if I don't want to spend money on the game. So you know what? We're just going to do it. I get an Orb of Clans and a guildmate gift 3 times. And now I can go give someone a gift, if I so choose. We'll hand them out on occasion. Obviously, I don't want to buy that pack too much. But, it'll be a good way to gift your guild stuff without having to spend any money. Because now I can convert the gems that I have and give them to other people in my guild. Which is kind of cool. Let's see, how exactly does that work? I've never actually had one before. I believe you just go to your roster. Click on someone. View profile? Or wait, do you do it this way? No. I guess you do it on the other menu? How do you do it? I actually don't know. I never had one yet. Because I never bothered buying one during it. I guess you could do it through this menu, I think. What if you click on the resource itself? Let's see. Where's, Wait, how do you use this thing? Hold up. Hold up. Give me a moment. Wait, how do you use this? Oh, there it is. Give a gift. I didn't see that there. Yeah, I didn't see it right there. I saw these 3, but I didn't see the give a gift one. But, I guess we'll go give Zala one. We'll save the other 2 for later. Zala's always been helpful. And it has a warning screen. Are you sure you'd like to send this player a gift of 25 gems? Here you go, Zala. Pretty sure she's already sent us one, at least one before anyways. And, we'll save the other 2 for later. I kind of feel like giving the other one to Cookie. I'll probably give the other one to Maylin, possibly. We'll see. Hold on to the other 2 for now, though. Until we get another 3 of those, we'll hold on to the other ones. But anyways, let's go run, not that. Let's go start doing the delve. Because we keep getting sidetracked by so many other side things. Let's go start running the delve. First I need to go buy up the pack, so let's go do that. First things first is get that rolling and go from there. So let's go over here. I believe we need 6 or 7 packs. I think I'm going to lean towards 7. Also, we get that new weapon. I believe it was useless, right? Pull an enemy and myself to the front. Create 6 goals. And 8 more if my life is higher. So that's pretty bad. Okay. So let's just go buy up. Costs 1,110 to reach the end. And then every single subsequent one is additional 200. So let's start buying. And I guess we'll do the final pack 6 or 7 times. I guess we'll do 6. Is 6 actually enough battles? Or do I feel like 6 is not enough battles? How many does that come down to value-wise? That's 1,110. 6 brings you to 2,710. I guess we'll do 7. That'll bring us right under 3,000. Yeah, I think we do it 7 times. I think we'll do it 7 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and a 7. There we go. Okay. So, now that we have all those effects, and we have spent 2,910 gems on this event. Also, gosh, I need more gems. It's been getting low. We need to start having an Animal Crossing timer thing. So whenever I do an Animal Crossing stream, I always take my tribute every hour. Because I've been slacking on it a bit since Animal Crossing. Just because when I get like into it, like I don't check as often as I normally would if I was like doing other things. But yeah, I'll need to set like a timer or something for now on. Because we need to go replenish those gems, gosh. And tribute's higher than ever now. I feel like our average is like 12, 13 gems per tribute. Obviously, we get that every hour. Helps get that up a lot. Anyways, also, these offers aren't helping. It keeps burning gems out of nowhere constantly. For stuff that is worth value sometimes, but it's still burning through gems nonetheless. You can burn through gems really quickly with these offers. I feel like every single day I have like 500 gem value here, if not higher, as far as how much gems we could waste. If you took that every single day, you would zero out within like a month, even if you had like a really gigantic surplus. Anyways, so where were we? Let's go and start running factions. So let's go head over to games, head over to faction, head over to fight, and paste in the team that we're going to go use, which is this one right over here. Paste team. And I don't know, do we go for something that can full AoE? What's a good full AoE that's underneath this coloration? Hold up. Can we run Phoenicia build? I think Phoenicia might actually be worth it. With how much damage we're going to have. We can even run Mirage Queen too. Hold up. We can run standard Phoenicia, can't we? What are we missing? We have everything, don't we? We have Phoenicia. We have Mirage Queen. We have, a single thing is missing from it. Right? If I can spell Mirage Queen correctly, that is. And then the weapon is, Withering, Withering Staff thing. Or really anything, but I just like using this one. Oh, sorry, wrong one. What was it called again? We're allowed to use it. We were allowed to use any weapon. What's it called? It's, gosh, why can I not remember? I know what color it is, so let me just go grab its color. Let's see. Withering Staff. I guess I just typed it wrong. But there we go. But yeah, we can just run standard Phoenicia. And move it there. And obviously we want a Red Storm. So we'll just use Diabolus for some free XP. And we get to level a hero class for these quicker battles. And by the time Phoenicia drops off, we'll just go into a real team and then just smash everything from there. But yeah, you can literally just run Phoenicia for these earlier battles. Phoenicia's standard team. She's the other one. She was the Suncrest Mythic that I said was actually worth it. I talked about it during the video earlier, but I didn't actually show any Phoenicia team. But this is the team I was referring to when I said Phoenicia is better. This particular team is why Phoenicia is better. It's really good for a really specific level range. And the battles that we're about to be doing is within that level range. It's kind of like a Rowan, except it can actually... it has a little bit of an initial higher mana cost. However, the range at which it can kill at is about 20 to 30 durability higher than that of Rowan. And even more so when you're doing a situation like Delves. But anyways... let's go and change our banner up. What banner does this normally use? I actually forget. A red-green, I would assume. Right? Some kind of red-green. Probably was minus blue. I actually completely forgot why I normally run with it. Red-green sounds correct. Maybe heavier into green than red. What do I normally run it with? Let me double check real quick. Oh yeah, we can't check it here, can we? Let's see, manage team. Let's see. What do I normally run it with? Yellow? Yellow green? I guess I didn't want to deny her. Oh, I know why I run it with yellow green. I didn't want to deny her reds. I guess that makes sense. I didn't want to deny too much of the leprechaun's green. I didn't want to deny... Okay, I know why now. Yeah, you can run double Tesla with shield. It works pretty good. Double Tesla's pretty nice. I'm just running Phoenicia till it doesn't work so we can gain class XP. Because with a Tesla team, we'd probably want to use a different hero class. But yeah, let's change the banner, I guess, into that. Because that kind of makes sense. That's why I didn't run it like that earlier. But anyways. PvP. I mean, not PvP. Gosh, oh, wrong tab. Games that fight, and oh gosh, it doesn't save. Luckily, we have it on paste. Let's see, banner. Let me change it to that. That actually does make sense. I want the double yellow though, not the double green. And that gives us +2 yellow, +2 green because we have one off a leprechaun. There we go. Okay, so let's just run this, and we should be good to go. And we can run this for the first several delves for instant kill. Yeah, any teams that don't use Phoenicia, the double gargoyle team that we showed earlier, and you can also run double Tesla. Either double gargoyle or double Tesla. Double gargoyle being probably the cheapest you can get away with it easily. And then double Tesla being the next one. I'll probably still show the double gargoyle one when we cover a video earlier. because that's the cheapest viable team that can get through the earlier battles. Just run Mountain Crusher, double Gargoyle into Leprechaun, or Gimlet. You have access to both, but I feel like Leprechaun would be a little bit more consistent. Gimlet would be good if it had alignment, but if it doesn't have alignment, Leprechaun would just be better. Oh yeah, you do have access to Harpy Mage, I forgot. This delve does have red, so you do have Harpy Mage. Maybe you could do that if you wanted to. Harpy Mage is a great mana accumulator. Mountain Crusher plus Harpy Mage, really great combo. It's really cheap too. Most people should have it. I mean, if you don't have the Harpy Mage, you can get it from throwing a couple hundred shards at what's it called? At Stonesong Eyrie, just towards like the bottom right of delves. I mean, it's a kind of weird layout. It's or not really weird, but it's an interesting layout. It's basically a circle with the boss in the middle, so you are allowed to just rush right down the middle if you so choose. Also, just so our damage goes a little bit higher, not like it matters at the moment, but I already have half mana start, so I might as well just make it pure magic. I don't need the half mana start for that. Gosh, I have such a natural need to go like PvP every single time I click that. Also, I feel like I'm going to accidentally misclick the middle. I'm totally going to accidentally take the middle boss room, because of how much you have to like hover over it while you're navigating through those menus. Look at that, full mana instantly, already dead. Look at that Phoenicia go. Also, how much stats we have. She's hitting like over 200. We got a really solid AoE right now. Also, I wonder if this is guaranteed treasure room all the way to the right. I would assume so, based on its location. That this room is always a treasure room. Though I don't have confirmation on that yet. But if I had to guess, this room is always a treasure room and everything else is not a treasure room. That's probably how it's set up. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the only treasure room in here. Oh no, it's double treasure room at the side. Okay, that makes sense because they're all the way at the side over there. But yeah, that's probably the case. It's probably 200% treasure rooms, both all the way to the right. And then everything else is just kind of standard rooms. And you also have a straight rush for the boss for when we do rush method. And we will be doing rush method probably after we finish out. Like, pretty much as soon as Phoenicia stops working, we're probably going to start using rush method. And just go straight down the line. I think that's the game plan for today. It's also why I bought a little bit higher on packs. And also because we only did level 100 rather than 200. So, hello, Brushka! Welcome. Oh yeah, can I paste the team over there? Sure, let me go paste the team into chat. Let's see. We'll have a video going over all of them. Let me just go open YouTube real quick. I don't have it open right now. Or at least not on this computer. Let's see. Where is my thingy thing? I am looking for my, why must they make it so hard to get to my channel? There we go. Let's go leave a like on our stream. Oh no, we got a dislike. All good. So leave a like there. Also, thank you. Hey, we actually hit over 100 viewers. Greatly appreciate it, everyone. We might need to go hand out a code for that. We'll go hand out a code. Who knows? Maybe we'll have 2 codes this stream. Salty gave me a bunch more recently. We'll see. But I'll definitely hand out one in a moment. What was I doing? Oh yeah, I was gonna go paste the. I knew I came here for a reason. Let me go paste that team. So there's 2 teams. Let me go paste the one I currently have, because that's the one I'm using right now. So here's actually I shouldn't say low level, but level 20 to 100 faction high. Okay, there's the Phoenicia team. And here's the other one. And then there's the low one right here. Let's go grab it from the thing. Where's the low one? Grab this. And that's the low variant of it. We'll be covering a video a little bit later today. Obviously right now we're kind of in testing and just getting it all done. But yeah, there's the Phoenicia team that I'm using. And the low one is the Gargoyle team. Those are 2 teams we are currently using. Well, I'm not really using this one, I don't think. We used it in the past, of course. I think we're just going to go all in on Phoenicia this time, since we have access to it, and because we have potion effects. Normally you wouldn't see me doing it, but because we have potion effects, she actually works really, really well for this level range. So yeah, we'll just be running with this. Hey, glad you can make it live, Boots. Greatly appreciated. Always very helpful. especially since ad revenue gives so much less these days because of the coronavirus. So any extra exposure we can get from likes or anything else is greatly, greatly appreciated. Or just sharing the channel in general. Always very helpful. It's also why you don't see like any mid-roll ads. I haven't used mid-roll ads in like weeks because how much lower ad revenue is. That almost seems more of an annoyance to even bother putting them in midway. So I just have them all just at the beginning. Nowhere else these days. What team do I use after 100? Not sure which one I'll be using yet. I might just use a Zugoff rush. There's quite a few options. We can run Ketris, we can run Zugoff, we can run Tesla still. We could run a Mang Skull Spam because we have access to Divinish Ball of Quillen combo, as well as everything under purple, which has the most Skull Spams in the game. So there's several options. Depends which way you want to go. I'm still not sure yet. I feel like I'm going to go down Zugoff route, but we'll figure it out once we get there. Do I get money from you if you don't see ads? I don't think so. I'm not sure how YouTube Premium works. Almost forgot they even had a thing like that. You normally can't catch it live, but working from home has its advantages. Very true. Yeah, luckily all my work as of recently has been homebound. Like, even prior to coronavirus. Like, the last job I had that wasn't homebound was flea marketing. However, like, even though most of your selling is done at flea markets, like 60 to 80% of flea marketing is technically homebound, depending on how much stuff you need. Because you generally get all your stuff and end up getting them that way to replenish your stock. But most of it can just be ordered online. A lot of stuff is sold on eBay if you're doing stuff like that. So that's also completely from home. It's kind of funny because you kind of think like something like flea marketing would be like a good majority of it would actually be like, you know, you selling at the place. But it's actually probably like one of the smallest aspects, even though that's where you make a good majority of your money from it. Which is kind of weird to kind of think about it like that. But it just requires so much input outside of actually doing it. But yeah, since 19, I've been completely self-employed. And since 22, I believe. 22, right? Yeah, since 22, I've had all at-home self-employed work. Where I literally don't even need to leave the house to do all the means of work that I do. And I've been doing that for 3.5 years now. That reminds me, I almost forgot. My mom's birthday is tomorrow. It's almost May 2nd. She's been wanting that elephant, and because I've been too skeptical to order anything online, as well as the fact that it's technically a non-essential item, and I don't want to be getting non-essential items during this time through something like that, just so they don't get more of a workload than they already have to do. But I'm probably just going to give her the other elephant. She's been wanting it, and I keep saying no, but I'm like, I'll probably give in. I'll give it as a birthday present. Since I can't really get anything else at the moment for her. Plus, my previous gift that I gave her was pretty big. I gave her entire computer and Sims, which she has been playing crazy high amounts of. Actually, she plays Sims more than I play Animal Crossing. If you can imagine that, based on how much we've been streaming the game. But she plays Sims more than than I've been doing Animal Crossing. Let's see, we'll throw that down. Yeah, the elephants are really cuddly. They're really soft and cuddly. Let's see, we'll throw that down. Oh, we'll grab the explosion there. Get our thing down there. Get a Phoenicia. Gladys is like, like almost instantly became like my favorite character in Animal Crossing, at least as far as villagers, anyways. As far as non-villagers, probably someone like Blathers is my favorite. I don't know, there's quite a few interesting non-ones. Like, my favorite non-villagers are probably Flick, Tom Nook, the other Tom Nook of Red, and what's her name? Or what's his name? I forgot one. Who's the fourth one? I know there was another. Fail, why can I not remember? Well, apparently, I don't like them too much if I can't remember. Fail. Lost my train of thought. Yeah, Animal Crossing has a few interesting characters, though I have heard and noticed through gameplay that there's quite a bit less dialogue on quite a few characters compared to past games. I'm not sure why that is. I know that they were in a little bit of a time press for the game. It's one of the reasons why it kind of got delayed. So maybe that's one of the things that kind of got cut a little bit was dialogue lines. But there does seem to be a lot less dialogue for quite a few characters. Like Blathers and a few others still have a lot of dialogue. But as far as like the actual villagers, it feels like it's a little bit less compared to past games. I believe the two that did it best was the very first game, which had a lot of dialogue, and apparently New Leaf. However, I never actually played New Leaf. But New Leaf was the Animal Crossing prior to New Horizons. It came out, I believe, in 2012 or 2013. I never played it, though. I never played any of them but the first one, and obviously New Horizons, which is the main current one right now. But I find it kind of funny, because Animal Crossing basically went from this series that, like, no one knew about on GameCube. Like, you know, there were still some people that played it and such. But it went from, like, this really niche genre of game that Nintendo had to probably, like, one of their most mainline games at this point. Somewhat in part due to coronavirus, which I find really, really funny. Because it's the, it had the third best launch week of any game in Nintendo history. And the first two were both Smash, which means it has done better than every Mario game in history, every Mario Kart in history, every Pokemon in history, pretty much everything in history aside from Smash. Which is quite insane when you think about it, given how many really good games Nintendo has. And that's physical sales during a pandemic. That's not even counting digital, which is obviously much higher because most people aren't going to go and physically get it during a pandemic. Let's see, we'll go for that. Oh, I don't know. Fishing in Animal Crossing, the biggest issue with that is it is pretty simplistic. I honestly don't mind it because I'm such a completionist that anything that is required for it, I don't really mind. But yeah, fishing is a little bit overly simplistic. I like how Stardew Valley did it. Stardew Valley actually did it pretty solid because it was actually like a little mini game towards it. But you also had like the chance of getting other loot with like those little chests that it would appear. But yeah, from any fishing mechanic in a similar genre to that of Animal Crossing, I do feel like Stardew Valley, that was like one of the best features actually, was how they ended up implementing fishing. Stardew Valley had a lot of really niche good features that Animal Crossing would be worth considering implementing to at least some capacity. The other thing that was really, really good in Stardew Valley was Greenhouse. That it was such a massive quality of life thing that I really wish would be added to New Horizons. That's two things that New Horizons really needs. It needs an area where you can catch insects and fish that are outside of the current time zone for your area so that you don't have to time travel, so that people that don't time travel can still get access to them without having to wait forever and a half, which they might implement at some point. And the other one is a greenhouse. So while we don't have crops or anything yet in Animal Crossing, it is rumored to come. But it would be nice if we could have like an area to plant all of our flowers. That is basically, obviously it's just like a small building outside. It will be like a 4x4, 5x5, whatever size it is. However, you walk into it and it's going to be like this massive area where you can just plant stuff. Kind of like how your house is, where your house is kind of small on the outside, but then you walk in and it's like 3 times larger per floor. There's so much extra room in it. We really need something like that because there is not enough room if you want to do like flowers. You have to designate like a whole area of your island just to do flowers in the game. And Stardew Valley did that very, very well because you had like a designated area and you could do year-round planting in it, so you didn't have to worry about like a certain time of year or anything like that. Yeah, Stardew Valley probably helped Animal Crossing a lot. Because there was a really long drought of basically no new Harvest Moon games. And then there's or Animal Crossing games. And then Stardew Valley kind of came around and was like, oh, here's the hole in your niche. Let me go make millions off of this. Actually, I have no clue how much he made off of that. Whoever developed that has made so much money because they did it at like a perfect time when there was like no Harvest Moons, no new Animal Crossings, no new nothing within the genre, not even new like Sims games. So I ended up coming in at like that perfect time because Sims 3 was already out at that time for a little while, so there wasn't really anything new around that time. So it hit at like the perfect time. And technically Animal Crossing hit at the perfect time too, right during pandemic. It's almost like they could see into the future and it's like, okay, let's delay this to exactly then. That was probably like the most massive luck a major gaming company has ever gotten. Like both of those two instances, Stardew Valley and particularly Animal Crossing. Because a lot of games aren't being developed right now. Because it's so hard to develop a game during a pandemic. Because you can't just have a bunch of people in the office or something like that. That's not that safe currently. So mostly, there's not really too many new games really being developed at the moment. So the only ones that are kind of being released are the ones that, you know, have already been in cycle for a while. Like games that have already been developed for years. Or things that are just getting updates, of course, since updating is a little bit easier than literally creating an entire game. Let's see. Go for that for now. Grab a Phoenix there. I don't feel like many people have been talking about Doom Eternal. Doom Eternal came out on the same day as Animal Crossing. I know, it's personally not my kind of game. But wait, how do we have double Glaceon? Oh yeah, I forgot. There's two different Glaceon rooms. That was throwing me off for a second. It's like, wait, did we get the exact same battle? I forgot. There's two different Glaceon rooms. They actually are different. But for whatever reason, they use like the same thumbnail, as you can see. Actually, no, it's not the same thumbnail. It's actually like flipped. It uses the same two troops, but they're at like different sides with a different background. I almost forgot that there's two Glaceon rooms. That really threw me off for a second. They released their next piece of content without any voice acting because they couldn't come to the studio. Ouch. Hey, level 80 Dabless. Nice. Making progress. Oh, what do we even grab here? But I'm curious how the next console cycle will go. Because a lot of the stuff leading up to it's going to be like entirely coronavirus pandemic. So I wonder if the games that are developed for it will even be finished by the time consoles are released. Like there's a possibility like the console could be ready, but the game could not be, potentially. Which would mean they would have to delay the console. Because they can't like release a console without like a major launch title. That'd be rather pointless. Let's see. I'll go for that. Dead already. Please stop reviving. At least we're still one-shotting, though. I think we still one-shot for another 3 floors or so. Magic the Gathering. Without the Gathering. get our explosions. Oh, me coughing gave me a headache. Like a sharp pain in my head. What floor are we on right now? Level 760? It should be able to go to about 110, I think. 100, 110. Obviously, I named it as up to 100. Should be able to go to at least 100. Depends what our stats on it, if we can go a bit further. Because right now it's hitting 204 damage. Which is obviously... Actually, it's hitting more than 204. I forgot. It has boost ratio based on every red. As well as every burning on the enemy team. But we don't have any way to burn them. I don't believe, right? Just Fairy Fire, not burn. Which is kind of funny because that doesn't actually synergize with her boost ratio. Oh, never mind. She does have burn. At the start of every turn. I keep forgetting what her unique trait even is. Because it's so useless. Her final trait's actually really bad. The only reason she's good is because of her ability. And she's not even like insanely good. She's just really, really situationally good. I in the past would even say she was like below half. However, she's used for enough areas where I would say she's probably like above half as far as where she is in Mythics. Like she's probably the better half. She's really low on the better half though. But I would say she is within the better half of Mythics in the game. I wouldn't have said that in the past, but in the current state of the game, she kind of is. Due to the level range at which she can still one-shot full AoE. And the fact that it extends further than Rowan can. Which is the main benefit of her. It's a really specific level range where it's optimal, but it's for that level range, it's the most optimal thing in the game. For a quick kill. Which is relevant in itself. Alright, I'll be back in 1 second. Let me go get a water. Okay. And we're back. Also, I never gave out a code earlier, did I? Kind of got sidetracked by other things. Let me go hand out a code right now. I probably should have done that before I went to go get the water. But oh well, let's do it now. And go take our tribute. Can't not take the flashy tribute. And I guess we'll have another one later in this stream. Since this stream might go a little bit longer due to doing the entirety of faction. Because I think we're going to go do the entirety of level 500 pure faction right now. Oh yeah, right. Whoever said the flashy thing does happen every hour, it does. Because we just got tribute and it's starting to flash again. That's annoying. Because I must click on all the flashy things. Does it still keep flashing if you bought all the packs? Has anyone tested that yet? I'm pretty sure almost no one has bought all the packs on a given day. Unless you got like a lot of cheap ones. Yeah, let's go do a redeem code. Redeem code time. We'll do 2. We'll have one right now and one a little bit later. A little bit closer to when we get to level 500 pure faction. Like a little bit before. Or maybe even after, we'll see. Somewhere around that time. We'll give out one now and one then. Let's see. Where is it? I got my codes marked properly this time. I made sure to do that before bed yesterday. Actually, I did it a little bit before then. But I did make sure 100% that I already had that done. Put that right in there. Boom. Put that right over there. Boom. Copy the whole thing. Boom, boom. And there you guys go. There is the redeem code. Use it on gemsofwar.com with the game code section. Your invite code can be found in your settings menu. Whatever your game says in the bottom left corner right there is where you put in for an invite code. Redeem code is right over there in chat. Just copy paste the random numbers and letters starting with LH and all that. And it gives the same word as always. 2 treasure maps, 1 gem key, 200 souls, and 2,500 gold. And we'll have another one a little bit later this stream. And there you guys go. Much better than watching those ads on mobile. You'd have to watch like 25 of those ads at 100 gold each. I can't believe 100 gold's one of those drops. We got it last night. Some people were like mentioning how big of a joke it was, and then we finally got it. It was pretty funny. Anyways, we'll have another one in a little bit. But for now, let's continue. That's not what I wanted. Oh wait, we got stars on Cinemirage. Yeah, we should be at 9 star. And as I mentioned, we are 2 troops short of 10 star, unfortunately. But whenever we get another event for this place, we'll reach 10 star plus. Probably reach 11 stars if it gets 2 more. Anyways, let's go head over here, Actually, is that 11 stars or 12? I actually forget. But let's keep moving forward. I forget, how many is 21 troops? Is that 12 star or 11 star? I can't remember which. I think it might be actually 12 star. Can't remember. Because I believe 11 star doesn't actually require an additional troop. Because once you have exactly 20 troops, I believe you can reach 11 star. It's not until 12 star would you need a 21st one. He got 100 souls a couple times and then 100 gold the rest. 100 souls is technically better than 100 souls. I mean, 100 souls is better than 100 gold, I mean. Yep, no problem. So, gosh, why do I have a headache all of a sudden? That's really annoying. Happened as of like about 5-10 minutes ago. Not sure what's causing it. Just randomly. Down. Let's see. Get our explosion. And down it goes. Yeah, it should work for at least a few more floors. Definitely for the earlier battles than nothing else. Like maybe the final battle would start surviving. But we're still really easily in kill range here. Because the average board is going to give us enough red that we're probably going to do 110, which means 220. And 220 still going to kill for a while. It's a lot of damage. Definitely not a small amount for full AoE. And every single enemy takes that much damage. It's one of the reasons why Phoenicia starts scaling at a different range beyond that of Rowain. Because even though Rowain gains 1 whole benefit per armor, it isn't doing that damage to every single enemy. When Phoenicia does 1 additional damage, she's technically doing 4 additional damage. Which is why she ends up going to a higher level range than Rowain. It's like the level range right above when Rowain stops missing. That Phoenicia is really good for. Until Phoenicia also eventually stops hitting. But that specific range is what she's best for. The range at which Rowain cannot kill, but she can. However, there are some other instances where you're not allowed to use Rowain, like for example right now. Because obviously we're not allowed to use Rowain with a red-purple restriction. Whereas we are allowed to use Phoenicia. Which is why we've been running it the entire time. Rather than doing Rowain then switching to Phoenicia. Which would theoretically have been quicker. But obviously we don't have access to Rowain, so we can't. I guess it doesn't really matter which way we take this, does it? Oh, I guess I'll take it this way, because the one all the way in the bottom right is treasure room, so I guess that actually doesn't matter. If we want slightly more loot, doesn't make that big a difference, but hey, it adds up. If we do it every time in optimal order. It's about a 10 to 20% difference of increased loot. It's not much, but hey, it makes a difference. Doing perfect optimal route compared to not doing so. Okay, let's see. We'll go get a Phoenicia for now. Also, if anyone still has any questions or anything you want me to go over, let me know. And we will be messing around with other teams once it stops working. Not sure exactly which team I'm going to go for. We can go down the Ketris route. We can go down the Zugoff route. We can go down the Divine Spalaquilin route. We can go down the Purple Skull Spam route with Mang. All of those Skull Spam teams would probably go with Mang if you're going to run Skulls. We have Mountain Crusher into Harpy Mage, which can feed pretty much any two troops in the game, and we just use whatever 2 damage sources we want. So we can kind of cycle through messing with a bunch of those if we wanted to. Oh, there's a lot of options. The most vital ones are probably Mang to double skull spam, or anything with Zugoff, or anything behind Mountain Crusher plus Harpy Mage. That's a really solid combo. It's pretty cheap to access too. You could do 2 times Tesla. Actually, you could even do 2 times Tesla with what I just mentioned. And just run it with, there's 2 ways they can run 2 times Tesla. You could do Mountain Crusher, Harpy Mage into 2 Tesla. Or the slightly better way would probably be to run Mountain Crusher, 2 times Tesla into Leprechaun. And do it that way. But yeah, 2 times Tesla would be good. Assuming you have a second Tesla. Because you do need to own 2 copies of her to use 2 of them in a team. So if you ascended her recently, be careful. Because if you ever plan on using double Tesla, you have to wait till you have 7 copies before you ascend her. If you do it when you only have 6 copies, you're only going to have 1 Tesla left. And then whenever you want to make a double Tesla team, you won't be able to. So do be wary of that if anyone still hasn't upgraded her yet and you're getting close to doing so. As you might lock yourself out of being able to do double Tesla. At least for some short duration until you get another Tesla. Because going from 6 copies, ascending it, and then going down to 1 prevents you from using 2 anymore. You'll only be able to use 1. I said, hello, Ramidford. Welcome. Hope it's all been well. You just took away my extra turn explosion. Doesn't matter, though. I'm still surprised it's still one-shotting. There's even tier 5 battle, too, with the higher stats. I was expecting her to fall off a little bit by now. But, no, she's still one-shotting everything. Like, obviously, we can still keep doing her even once she stops one-shotting, because she'll still one-shot most rooms. Like, even if she stops one-shotting tier 6. Or even tier 5. It's still technically worth it, because the other rooms she would still one-shot. What team is that, Exos, as far as the troops? I'll go check it in a little bit. We're still going a whole nother floor before we switch out. Or probably switch out after 100. Yeah, Thorel is a really interesting low mana cost mana accumulator. But how much magic is currently in the game is pretty overpowered. I wonder if they're ever actually going to nerf him. He went from being like a troop that was almost like, why was this even added to the game? To one of the most broken mana accumulators in the entire game. Which is pretty hilarious. And it's mostly because as more and more magic came into the game, he became increasingly more viable. Until today, where he's like one of the most viable mana generators in the game. You normally don't see me using him too often, just because I personally prefer Leprechaun in most of those situations. However, he's actually better than Leprechaun in some teams. It depends on your composition. The only big issue with him is he doesn't get to start with full mana, whereas obviously a Leprechaun does. He also only uses 1 color rather than 2. Which can also be a liability in many situations. But he actually does have a higher mana accumulation than Leprechaun. Though he doesn't have as big of a board clear. Leprechaun normally clears more of the board. But assuming you have at least 33 destroys on him, you will actually get more mana accumulation every single time, if you have that many, off of Thorel compared to Leprechaun. And you do it for only 6 mana rather than 12. Though he does have a double mana cost, so that 6 mana is a little bit misleading. Because it's a little bit hard to feed only 1 mana compared to 2. But he does have a +1 into it, so it makes it easier, if nothing else. But I think this will be the last floor that we run Phoenicia on. I don't know, maybe we'll do one more after that. Because it's still one-shotting. Like, if it's still one-shotting, we might as well be using it. Plus, it's Diabolus EXP. And once I switch teams, I probably won't be leveling hero class, so gotta get that free XP in while we can. String Fiddler, Skeleton, Wordbreaker, Leprechaun. I'm not sure how I feel about Wordbreaker as a primary damage source. The only big issue I see with that is Submerge. Submerge can hard counter you. I guess technically you have Skeleton as backup damage. But your primary damage is still Wordbreaker. I feel like a Submerge might be too much of a liability. Tesla has to deal with that too. Which is the other reason why you don't generally see me doing Tesla. Theoretically, I guess Phoenicia does too. But we have 2 different skull spam options on this team if we really had to bypass it. And it normally wins quick enough with instant kill, that doesn't matter. Yeah, you can always put in a Dispel if you want to. And that ends up helping. What would be the first kingdom you upgrade with Ritz once you are done with the magic ones? I'll probably do it based on factions. So, for example, let's say we finish out magic before next faction comes out. The next kingdom I would upgrade after that would be whichever one's associated to the next faction. So let's just say randomly that it's, I don't know, what doesn't have one yet. Let's just say it's Druxzoom. Let's just throw one out there. Let's just, I have no clue what it is. Actually, I think we could look it up. It probably got updated. I didn't bother checking. But, so let's actually go see what exactly it is. So whatever that one is probably what I'll go upgrade. We can actually go check. Because I haven't actually checked since the update. I forgot to do that. Let's see. Did I type that right? No. There we go. That should be right. What was I doing? I'm looking for the do they intentionally starve us on Imperial Deeds? Well, they're pretty rare. They're under Legendary and Mythic only. And they're both low chance. What was I looking for? I was looking for the Kingdom spoilers. Always throws me off because they're technically called factions. So the next one that is going to be coming is for... It looks like it's for Dragon's Claw, right? I would assume so. Its banner is the same color as Dragon's Claw. Or no, it isn't. It's yellow-purple. It looked like red for a second. But is that for Dragon's Claw? Why doesn't it say the link? It doesn't say that's associated to it. But it's a burning dragon, a dragon of darkness, a fey dragon egg, and an undead drake. If there was any place this would go to, it'd be Dragon's Claw. So I assume based on those troops, this is associated to Dragon's Claw. So have we upgraded Dragon's Claw yet? If not, that's probably the next one we're going to use our deeds for. Or our Imperials, I should say. Let's see. Where is Dragon's Claw? Have we done it yet? I don't believe so. No, you can tell by it being level 10. And that uses, what is that, red? Yeah, it uses red. So that'll probably be the next one that we go and upgrade. Assuming that is Dragon's Claw. But based on those 4 troops, where else would that really be? That seems like 90% chance of not higher that's Dragon's Claw. There's another way to check, actually. If we go back over here and click over to troops, let's see if it's associated over here yet. Let's see, does it have a kingdom yet? No, it's all to be determined. There's no way this isn't Dragon's Claw, though. Actually, let's go see the troops. These actually have potential of looking really cool. Let's see. We got a Shadow Dragon. Yeah, there's no way this isn't Dragon's Claw. We got another Shadowy Dragon. Quite literally, Dragon of Shadows. We got ourselves another egg. Dragon egg. And what was the 4th one? Where's the 4th one? Why is there only 3? Oh, and there's the other one. And we got ourselves this undead little kind of baby dragon looking thing. But yeah, pretty cool. Which this one's probably the coolest. And it seems to be the legend, right? That's the legend? Should be. Yeah, that's the legend from it. I wonder what it does. It's still to be determined for all the things. We'll probably know in like another week or 2 or so. But this is next faction. It's not showing a date over here. Was it not showing a date for the other one? That should be like June something, like a week or two into June is when we'll likely be getting that faction. But it looks like a pretty cool one. We're not sure if it's going to be viable, but I love how the troops look, particularly this dragon. I really hope it's viable because that's actually a really cool looking dragon. Could you imagine if it had 50% dragon start? Highly doubt it. Could you imagine though? How wonderful that would be. Okay, anyways. Could you imagine dragons actually becoming meta again? That's all it would need. If dragons 50, but if they would just simply give us 50% dragon start, dragon speed could really become viable again with the 50% start. Okay, anyways. Let's see. Throw that down. So assuming that's Dragon's Claw, once we get 100% confirmation on it, that'll be the next kingdom I upgrade that isn't purple. Just to get that up. That also gives us extra bonus whenever we use multiple Dragon's Claws troops together. And there are some teams that we would use multiple Dragon's Claw troops together with. We just covered a video, Keith, going over everything with the Mythic. If you didn't check it out yet. Because I don't think we'll be going over too much on the stream. Because the main focus is going to be faction. Though it wasn't the title, so maybe we should a little bit. But, yeah, we just covered a video on it. Main thing is, I don't know, it's not really that good, is basically the main takeaway to really get from it. I did end up using it for a Purple Guild War team. So I'm not sure if I'm actually going to do that for Purple Guild War or not, but it's okay. It's not really advised to use, though. Unless you really lack other options, I would not advise using it. It's one of the weaker mythics. Not the absolute weakest in the game. But definitely not something I would go out of your way for unless you just need it for kingdom upgrade or just for the sake of having it for completionist purposes. Just to get another star on Suncrest. If nothing else, I'm getting an extra 1,000 gold per day from having it. Which obviously isn't a lot, but it adds up over time. I'm actually really surprised this is still one-shotting. Pretty sure the tier 6 battle will not be one-shotted. Because it almost looks like it could go to like 130, 140, 150 or something. And just not, it would just stop one-shot in the final room, but still one-shot pretty much everything else. Oh, I think we finally don't one-shot. I don't think we have enough damage to take out the last slot there. But it depends how many reds are on the board. And that's enough red to get it down. Yep, still one-shotting. You always check my guides. You seem like a genius in your guild. Well, glad I could help. If you ever have any questions, feel free to ask on stream or on any videos. Though YouTube's back end just keeps getting weirder and weirder. So generally during streams is like the easiest way to get a hold of me. If you have questions about anything. Let's see, we'll go for this. Go for that one there. But yeah, to your previous question, Exos, supposedly they do not ever tweak the daily stuff that we get off of Adventure Board. Supposedly. But supposedly they never touch it. Also, was that the same room? No. It kind of threw me off because they're both literally just 4 of the same thing. But they're 2 different 4 of the same things. This one's all Mimic and the other one's all Leprechaun. These were actually added in the same patch. Actually, that's something we haven't gotten recently. We haven't had a patch that has updated any kind of new rooms for delves. 5.0 will probably bring in us some. Though that's probably not high on their priority list of things to do for 5.0 though. Especially since they might have to cut a few things due to pandemic. Oh, we'll see what it has. It should be a pretty big update. If I'm not mistaken, this is the longest we've gone between a 0.0 update. The last 0.0 update was in a year and a half ago in August. Was the last 0.0 update. which if I'm not mistaken is the longest duration between a 0.0 update. Hey, a level 10 chest. I think that's our first level 10 chest of the stream. And we get pretty good loot. 177 shards into 174 glory. Pretty nice. Highest priority for 5.0, re-add the quit button for Android. So is it literally impossible to leave a battle now? Unless you just like force exit the app? I don't know, because if I ever do anything on Android, it's normally just to take tribute. That's like the only reason I ever even launch it. Because I much prefer playing it on PC. There is a chance we get another area, however, it has not been confirmed. But there is a chance we get a new area in 5.0. What exactly it will be, we don't know. But it's probably going to be the inverse of an underworld if we ever do get one. Hey, we finally didn't one-shot. However, that's something that has really high above average durability. Compared to most other troops. Because it has 0 attack. Anything with 0 attack has really high durability. I believe Dwarven Gate's the absolute highest. Is he either Fortress Gate or Dwarven Gate? I forget which one is higher. But they both have pretty much tied highest durability in the game. It's one of the reasons why Dwarven Gate's pretty good. Or one of the other reasons. Obviously his ability is the other big reason. And he does have 50% score reduction. Whereas Fortress Gate only has Impervious, which isn't bad, but it's generally not as good as score reduction in the teams that you would generally put it into. Okay, let's see, we'll get that down for now. Splodies. And nice, it's still one-shotting, surprisingly. So I think this is like the last area we'll be able to still get away with that fully. Until we kind of have to switch. Still not 100% what I'm switching into yet. It's obviously a lot of options. Just not sure which one I feel like using right now. I prefer not going down the Tesla route. Even though that would work. I might show it for a team, but I don't feel like I would use it personally. I liked Tesla when she first came out. I feel like I increasingly liked her less as time went on, though. Even though she hasn't gotten any less viable. If anything, she's gotten more viable. I just don't care for her playstyle as much. Even though it's somewhat similar to Rowan, I find her to be really different than how Rowan plays. Even though they're both like really, really similar. Since they're both a split damage option. And they both technically boost based on armor, just in a different way. Oh, I meant that as in like a heaven-like area. Where it's more like divines rather than demon stuff. Yeah, I have actually mentioned that before, that they were considering doing something like that. But at no point did they confirm something like that. That's actually how Mythics used to be allocated too, until they started doing other different types. Now elementals are starting to be overused instead. But at one point, every single Mythic in the game, for I think almost like the first dozen Mythics or so, were either Divine or Daemon. There wasn't like any other ones. Well, obviously they had like multi-typing. But I think for the first dozen or so, every single one was either Divine or Daemon. Do we know when 5.0 is coming? No. No official date. We know it's coming in summer. I forget when they normally do their first summer patch. I know the second summer patch is normally in late August. I forget when the first summer patch normally is, as far as what time they try pushing it out for every year. But I know the patch after next patch is probably late August, but I'm not sure when next patch actually is. And given that's a bigger one, it might be a little bit more delayed. If I had to guess, it's probably late June. Late June to mid-July, somewhere within that time frame. Though no official date has been given, even remotely yet. The beta hasn't even started for it. Though someone was mentioning it's starting on Monday? Which, that's kind of odd if it is, because that's way ahead of time compared to normal. If it is starting that early. Or maybe they were just starting recruiting for it or something. But I'll automatically get in. I think me and Keyline were the only two people that like auto get in. Just because we do so much content for the game. Oh, so did the stream just die? Come back, stream. Come back. There it goes. It looked like it crashed for like 10 seconds. At least on my end, it looked like that. Yeah, hopefully the thing on Android gets fixed soon. They're obviously aware of it. What are we gonna do for Pure Faction? If I'm not mistaken, Pure Faction actually runs one of each. I need to go double check the troops. But last I recall, it was actually gonna be one of each. When I was looking over them earlier. Haven't ended up building up that team yet. Gosh, I got a headache and I'm slightly tired. Bad combination. Let's see. We'll take that over. Maybe I should take that skull first. Oh, congrats, Zeddicus. Nice. Yeah, I think I've been in this guild for about 4 years. The guild that we made. Let's see. How much time have we been in this guild? Yeah. How many days are in a year again? What is it? 365? What's 365 times 4? What's the math on that? That's like, oh, math on that. Too tired to do math. Let's see. If you take the, what was that I say again? 365? So if you take the thing, you times that by, what is that then? That's like 4 years then. Wait, is that above 4 years or under? It's still under then. Wait, is it that high? No, it's not that high. There's no way it's that high. It's way under 1,952. That's almost like 5-6 years. Let me just do the math. 365 times 4. That's 1,460. Yeah, we're like 2 months away. Or almost like 3 months. Like 2.5 months from the 4-year mark of this guild that we created. There we go. Grab all that. And then we'll go mess around with finishing this up. Still surprised we're getting away with Phoenicia. Almost looks like it'll go all the way to 150 with the bonuses we have. Let's see, we'll throw that down. Yeah, I've been around since this game launched. I didn't start literally the day it launched, but I did start the week it launched. I think it was a couple days after the Steam launch. However, theoretically, it was on mobile a little bit before then. But its actual true launch was technically when it launched on Steam. As far as when they generally consider the official launch of the game. Okay, that's hopefully enough split to kill. Unfortunately, it is not anymore. That's problematic. Okay, it might be time to start retiring this team then. This might be the last area we do it for. Because my cleanup weapon isn't even cleaning up anymore. Which is used whenever we cast our other thing. Yep, cleanup weapon doesn't even kill anymore. Just gonna go for this, why not? Spam a bunch of random skulls. I'll take the bottom one first. Get that 1.3 multiplier in. Gotta do it in that multiplier order. And then do treasure rooms last. And the 2 treasure rooms for this stove are the 2 all the way to the right. They're 100% treasure room. Come on, cleanup weapon. We need you. There's 1 HP left. Oh yeah, we need to stop reusing this now. It's getting slowed down on a lot of battles. It's not that big a deal, but it's it went way further than I already thought it would. This was obviously only supposed to be used up to about 100 or so. We're at 140 and it's still working. But it's mostly because of how many potion effects we have, more so than anything. And that should be match. Doesn't even matter if it reduces this by 1 magic. That's going to make a very little difference. And then I guess. Yeah, we'll take out this battle. Then we'll take the middle. And then we'll switch to a real team for upscaling. Obviously, this was just a quick kill to lower level range. Like that. Right, we're getting there. We're almost at the 1/3 mark. Well, technically, it's more like 1/4 because these earlier battles are a bit quicker. Yeah, we're about to gain hero level 2. I gained a couple of class levels from it. And now we need to go use some real hero classes. Okay, so let's go make up some teams now. So this was what we were using for this. Let me go copy this team because this was going to be also put over here. So that was that. Let me go grab another team slot. Oh, you didn't need this one for anything. So let me put this one up. We'll do that as the alternative one. Do I have it on copy paste right now? I don't think I do. Let me go grab it. Oh, I grabbed the wrong team. What did I do? Why did I do that? That's the one I wanted. Paste that in there. Oh no. Trying to think of something that fits there. Okay. So let's do that for that. So we got that team. Gargoyle Rush for cheap team. We got this thing if you want something more expensive that wipes everything. And then we need a real team. Quite a few options we have here. Maybe we'll show 2 for the video. I don't know, which one do I personally want to go for right now? I'm leaning towards something with Leprechaun. Let's just put Leprechaun in. So we'll go Leprechaun. I don't know, do we just go keep the base? We might keep Mountain Crusher or Harpy Mage base. What damage source do we go if we do that? We could go Zugoff. Do we want to bother with Zugoff? I guess we could. At the current level range, we might want to go down Tesla. You know what? We're just going to go Tesla. Fine, we'll do Tesla. We'll show it as a cheaper team. We'll give Tesla here. And just change the banner accordingly. Looking for a minus yellow banner. Let me just see what the minus yellows are. Let's see. Blue to brown sounds good. Okay. And Titan Hero class seems perfectly fine. So we could go with something that has Dispel. Does anything have Dispel while also having half mana start? Does any hero class in the entire game have Dispel plus half mana start? I know Mech used to have it. It doesn't anymore though. Does anything have both Dispel and half mana? I don't think it does, because Mech was the only one, I believe. Trying to think. I'm sure there's better indication on this page with like 3 icons of what the 3 things that it used are. It has a page whenever there's an event that kind of has them there. It'd be cool if they had like those 3 icons like at the top or something on each of these so you could know immediately what they are. Unfortunately, they don't do that. I don't think any hero class does. Not that I recall of. Anything that has a natural half mana start that has Dispel. I don't think that combination exists. Is there anything with Dispel that we haven't maxed yet as well? I think we have. Does War Priest have it? No. Let me see everything that I haven't maxed. Because if we don't have half mana start anyways, let's just find one that we haven't maxed that has Dispel. Because I have everything at 70, so I have Dispel on all of them. So everything one that has it. So I just need to find one that has the tree for it. Which I believe is Guardian Tree, if I'm not mistaken. Is the one that has it on it. Doomsayer didn't have it, right? Don't believe so. That'd be a weird tree to have on it. I'll check all of them. But I don't think anything I don't have maxed up, so I didn't mean to go all the way out of that menu. Dervish might have. Nope. I did it again. Barbarian almost guarantee won't, but I'll still check. Nope, nothing that I haven't maxed has it. Oh, we could just go with a random hero class and try leveling it, I guess. Let's go like Diabolus for Red Storm, I guess, or something. I mean, not Diabolus, I mean, Doomsayer was the one we were leveling. So let's keep doing Doomsayer. Do you really have anything good that can help this team? Probably not. We don't have Dispel, but we'll hopefully win quick enough that we don't need to deal with Dispel. I'm not sure what our backup plan is otherwise, though. I guess theoretically we have Death Marks on a very slow rate. Free Souls, Fairy Fire. We actually get a Blue Storm in this particular instance. And Death Mark a random. Doomsayer did not. Where'd it go? I'm looking for Doomsayer. Let's go get some free Doomsayer XP. It'll be slightly slower this way, but it doesn't really matter. Also, that reminds me, speaking of slower,
We go to 20% into armor. There we go. I already have it set. I forgot. Let's just roll with that then. Oh, and I need to go copy the team, don't I? But I'll run this. This could theoretically run all the way if we really want to. Games. Head over there. Head over there. We'll show this as a cheaper team for the video because it's no Mythic. Obviously, it still requires 2 Tesla though, which could be a little bit harder to get, but it's no Mythic at least. And it can be run with 1 Tesla. It's just 2 Teslas obviously better. Okay, now it's Tesla. And it should be match. Tesla teams. Or not all Tesla teams, but they incorporated Tesla, quite a few of them. I don't feel like I use her as much for Dells, but she's still just as good for them as she's always has been. Yeah, I wish we got more team slots in the game. The only way you can get more is with money. However, there's an alternative around that, though. You can keep a spreadsheet and simply just keep copy-pasting your teams. And you can cycle them very quickly that way. So you could technically have infinite team slots, but you would have to keep a nice organized spreadsheet of them. And then just copy-paste them in. And obviously that would work a lot better on PC if you play on PC. But you could theoretically have infinite team slots that way. You just have to keep an organized way of having them. The problem with Tina, though, is it doesn't upscale. Whereas Tesla does upscale. Because Tina will be doing the same damage regardless if we're fighting at this level range or at 400, 500. Which is problematic because the deeper we go, the less effective Tesla gets. I mean, sorry, the further we go, the less effective Tina gets. However, the further we go, Tesla pretty much is still the same effectiveness, if not better. Hello, Peter. Let's see. Is it in theory possible to win 0 turns? Just have seen the first 2 units on the opposing team die before the combat started. I have never seen it before, but yes, it is theoretically possible to 0 turn win. Though the amount of luck you would need is so ridiculously high that it's near impossible. But yes, it is theoretically possible to 0 turn win. I'm not sure if it glitches the game or anything if you do. I'm not sure if anyone has ever actually pulled it off. The easiest way would be if the enemy only had 1 troop that's within 1-shot score range. Would be the easiest way to test that. However, you'd have to do that by fighting someone who has set a defend team to only 1 troop that is super weak. And then have omens and just hope the omens end up hitting on skull. I'm not sure if anyone has ever tested that yet. But it'd be almost impossible to do in a normal battle due to the amount of luck. Because if they had anything more than 1 unit, it's going to be, would take a really high amount of luck to actually get the kills. From Cascade on turn 0. What was the team, Marcelo? If you could just say it in chat. I know, I like the start that Leprechaun gets. However, one nice benefit of having enchant by default Because we theoretically could waste the first few turns, get Thrall up and all that, and then just it naturally gets up off a Tesla. I should take that red first. So we should be gaining a level any second now. Gosh, I need to get more sleep. Let's see. The sleep schedule's been really weird lately. I blame Animal Crossing. Let's see. It's from other factors other than just Animal Crossing, though. I'll take that over. Let's see. We'll take that. Grab our other hit over there. And then that should be enough. Triple Tesla. Ideally, we want to be getting doubles, but some battles will not be possible with it. But hello, Decimate. Hope you've been doing well. 32,800 gold. Nice. And we should have more than enough sigils to carry through all this. I just realized we're still doing every room. I kind of wanted to switch over to Rush Method. I think we'll start doing Rush Method right now, actually. I kind of forgot that we're still doing every room, aren't we? Whoops. I actually meant to start using Rush Method around 100. Or like 160, and I still haven't been doing Rush. Because this stealth is actually really good to do Rush for since it's only 3 rooms. We gained a level, put that into yellow, keep it even. Then purple, which we go all in on. Okay, we're at 160. Let's start doing Rush. I meant to actually start at like 110 or 100. And we're already this deep without it. Because that's why we bought more packs, is so we could do some Rush. And this stealth has a really good layout for it, since it's minimum amount of rooms. It feels really weird. I feel like both cold and hot at the same time. Strange. Let's see. We'll take that down. Grab that. Get a Tesla down. Get another Tesla. Better not be getting sick. It's probably not coronavirus, obviously. Could just be like a standard flu. It's like any kind of sickness right now. It's like coronavirus. It's like no, probably not. Let's see. Actually, is that even a symptom of it? I don't even know. Don't think so. Let's see. It's mostly just headache, probably being weird. How am I getting sick if I'm social distancing? You can still get sick in your own house. This is not like I'm alone in the house. Let's see. And my mom's still been going out to places on occasion. Like right now, she went to see a friend in the morning. And then she's also going to see some family today. Let's see. Like she saw probably about 5 people today. And she's still out of the house right now. Let's see. Oh yeah, why do I put so many into purple? When the game first started, the purple weapons had a lot of really good AoE ones. And this was back before we had like 1 billion AoE weapons. So I was like, oh, let's just go under all purple. And then I ended up going under all purple. And then after I got all the purple weapons, I'm like, oh, I already went all in on purple. I might as well keep going all in on purple. And now 5 years later, I'm still doing it because why not? But yeah, there's no real reason behind it other than the fact that we've always done it, so we're just going to keep doing it. It technically makes our account slightly weaker actually going all in on purple. However, it does allow us to definitively say we have the highest purple search chance in the entire game. There isn't a single person that has a higher purple search chance than us. And while it sacrifices a few other percents, at least we know we have the highest purple search chance in the game. Which is occasionally relevant if we were to go do like a really purple-oriented team. Nothing else that helps Purple Guild War Day the most. However, it technically hinders everything else slightly. Because even though it might make purple a few percents higher than everything else, it makes all my other ones about 1% lower. compared to everyone else. So it's a net gain of percent. It's a net loss of percents, even though my purple's the highest. And that's mostly due to the diminishing return kind of aspect that it has on it. What do we even do here? Get our explosion. And undead. I don't know, I might just run Tesla all the way for once. Give her another chance. Oh, I just realized this did every room again, didn't I? It's just such a habit. Let's just go down the middle. I see a circle and it's like, oh, we must go all the way around. Well, at least we definitely have plenty enough sigils to reach the final battle this stream. See you, Marquise. Catch you later. No, we're going to be doing pure faction at 500. The only points when it's worth doing pure faction is generally 100, 200, and 500. Almost every other number is not worth it. And that's mainly due to the difficulty and the reward system that's centered around it. Because every 100 gives another reward. And 100 is the bare minimum pure faction you should ever do for a faction. Kind of like how the bare minimum upgrade is level 100 for the faction level. Or for the horde level, I mean. How many tiers do you need to buy to go to 500? Depends if you use rush method at all. With no rush method, I think you can do it for as little as 2,110. However, with rush method, it normally takes like 2,510 to like 2,910. Somewhere's within that frame. And if you rush literally every battle, even starting all the way at 20, like normally you do at least the first 10 without rush. But if you did literally all of them, I think you might have to spend 3,110. But yeah, factions are pretty expensive. A 2,500 pure faction can end up costing you in the ballpark of around 2,000 to 3,000 generally. And we spent how many did I get again? I got 7 packs. So I spent 2,510 then. Right? Yeah, I spent 2,510 gems if I bought 7 packs. It should be enough to go all the way. Because we'll get about 2 more Val Ravens, maybe 3. But let's just assume 2. That brings us to 31. Oh, that's actually 1 Val Raven short. Okay, hopefully we'll find 3 Val Ravens. Otherwise, we actually do need 1 more pack. I think we will. We have quite a few rooms to go through. Yeah, I need to find 3 Val Ravens. Oh, so we could put Urskia's shield into this. I think I'm going to stick with Mountain Crusher, though. Just to cycle a bit better with Leprechaun. In case we need to or want to. It also allows us to tank if we ever feel like we're taking too much damage. A bit better than Urskia's shield would. Oddly enough. Even though it's literally a shield. But the main reason for that is for the brown drops. Um, 300, yes, I believe 300 does give you the second level on pet. I'm not 100% certain, but it might. However, even if it does, it's generally so time consuming that it's not worth doing. Because the pure faction 300 is definitely not easy. It is the whole battle and a lot of time that you'd have to allocate it towards it just to get a little bit of bonus for the final one. And I'd personally say it's not worth it. Hey, level 88 Doomsayer. Progress. We're getting there. Yeah, we're probably going to do rush method for the rest of the delves here. That's because it has a really good rush path. It's a minimum amount of rooms. Smallest amount of room any delve has is 3. The first battle, that's always the same. The middle battle, is different. And then the final battle, that's always the same. And just doing that every single time. Oh wait, why did I not take color for her? Should have. Slight fail, but this will be full mana, and then we double Tesla in this match. Tesla 1, Tesla 2, dead. Well, technically Tesla 3. In the sense that that's our third time we had to cast to kill. Well, it's not bad to only go partially the way there. However, if you're spending a lot of gems on the event, you normally want to go all the way. But if nothing else, doing a 300 pure faction, getting around to that point, I believe is where all rewards are. If you just want to do minimum all rewards. It's a little bit pricey doing it just for that. But if you want to, you would reach faction level 300 and something. And I believe around like the low 300s. You would have all the points you need to get all rewards. Because right now we're at, what? We're at 190, though we have been doing some skip method. And that's where we are on rewards right now. Currently. Though we have stopped doing all rooms for the last few. And obviously those points go a lot higher if you do every single room. Which you'd be doing if you're doing a smaller amount of battles. Actually not full mana, there we go. I was expecting, you know, to cast, but luckily it still worked without it. Oh no, a gluttony. It's normally not that intimidating, but it'll normally do almost nothing. But 20% devour can really be annoying sometimes. And he's dead. Well, normally if you wanted to test pure faction, 100 or 200 tends to be a little bit more calmer. And you can also test it without wasting your battle, because you won't need potion effects to do 100 or 200. However, if you try doing pure faction 300, well, it depends what your horde level is and everything. But you might need potion effects to really test it properly. But the problem with that is you'll waste the entire sigil if you do it that way. Which might not necessarily be too bad of a thing, but still. You got more sigils. They cost like almost 50 each or something, which are a little bit more than that. I think they're like 60 something. Because isn't it? It's like 200 for 3. So whatever that comes out to, was that like 68, 67, like 67, 66.6 basically, around there. Oh no, we almost always do 500 pure faction first try. If we're potioned up. Very rarely does that not happen. Also, the faction normally plays quite a bit differently compared to 500 compared to 300. Because you can take a lot more risks in 300 that you wouldn't be able to do in 500. So playstyle is slightly different. I would give you a good feel for it though. But it's still different. But as far as numerical room value, we're almost halfway there, except that's not actually halfway there. I'd say probably 300 is about actually halfway there. So hello Gustavo, if I didn't already say hi. I think I did. Short-term memory. I'm a bit tired right now. It's mostly the headache that's doing it though. If it wasn't for this headache, I'd be able to keep going. I should be able to right now. It's being really annoying. So I might be talking like a little bit less or doing some weird moves. If nothing else. But we'll go and do it all. Might as well. Ideally want to get it in now. Take a ibuprofen and get some caffeine. I don't have any caffeine in the house, I don't think, right now. I think I ran through it all. Because I don't have soda in the house right now. I don't drink coffee. I guess I have some tea. But I don't want to go make tea right now. You had a lady get too close to you in the grocery store today. You faked cough to get her away. Aww. That's slightly mean. Oh, we just lost our thing. That's not good. Wait, am I not using Titan? I might need to go start using Titan. I'm still using like the Obelisk or something. I guess we need a proper tank. Because that's slightly problematic if that keeps dying. Well, I guess we stopped getting free XP, but we were able to get quite a bit. I think we started to stream at like level 85, I believe, Doomsayer. Somewhere around there. And we're 88 now. But I'll go for Titan for tanking purposes. Yeah, Racty Weaver can work. With enough potion effects, you can end up getting quite a bit of value out of it. I would personally only use it if it gets one shot. Beyond it one-shotting, I don't feel like it's worth it anymore. But it'd still be good nonetheless. Yes, we can go for Shield of Urskea. It's a good backup plan. It also helps tank. However, doing the Titan exchange should be enough to tank with. And obviously we can also use the armor to boost ratio of the things. However, I like just casting them another time. Because we don't always would have full mana on the first slot. Whereas with a build like that, we can get it pretty easily. Yeah, I've been considering using Zugov for this, so if we're using Tesla team, I don't think we'll need it. But other teams could definitely use it pretty well. If you have it, it would be a good idea to run it. I'm just gonna pass my turn. Make Zez match. Here we go, 230. On to next set. If anyone still has any other questions or anything, let me know. As the entirety of the stream at this point is probably the rest of it is going to be messing with getting as far as we can with delves. And by getting as far as we can, I mean going all the way. Let's see, we'll go for that. Grab that. I still haven't figured out what I'm doing for Purifaction. I know when I was checking them earlier and reading through the cards, I was considering running one of each. Not sure if I'm still going to run one of each or not. I was even speculating that the Purifaction for this place might just be the exact same battle as the final battle. Which might be the case. Just need to double check what everything does again. Yeah, I need to take a nap at some point to get rid of the headache. I'm not sure if we'll do it all right now or finish it on the other half. I want to get it done all right now, but I do kind of need a nap. What metals am I currently using? I'm using 16 armor with 20% mana start. This is what we're currently using. 20% is always worth considering if you're not running with any other mana start. And the armor is because Tesla boost ratios off it. Yeah, they fixed the Cedric room bug this patch. It wasn't in the patch notes, but it was fixed. Obviously, it was never intended. Surprised it took them that long to get around to fixing it. I think it might have been the longest they've ever took to fix a resource bug. Especially one that blatantly obvious. Because the bug would occur literally just for doing the Cedric room. And it was very obvious the second it happened. I wonder what even caused that bug. They basically made it so it applied the 100% gold bonus 4 times per troop. It's supposed to only do it once per every single troop, which are 4 of them. However, for whatever reason, it did it to every single individual troop 4 times. Which is really weird. Which made your cap go from 100 to 1,700. Because it counted. But it said it was doing 1,700. Though the gold was capped, so you weren't getting like an absurdly high amount of resources. But you were still getting more. Particularly in instances where you normally wouldn't have been able to get even close to max mana. Like for example, just taking a few extra turns would give you like max gold. Whereas it takes a lot longer otherwise to reach max gold for the battles. Yeah, we'll probably go all the way right now, and I'll just take a nap after. Because we don't really have too much further to go. We're at 260 right now. Which is almost at the halfway point, pretty much. And now we just have to deal with Purifaction. Which theoretically we could just do tonight. And I could just save that as something exciting to do tonight. Now let's go to 500 for now. Oh no, does title say Purifaction? I think it does. We'd always change title. I don't know, I might do Purifaction now. But to give something exciting for tonight. Because the problem with Purifaction is if we don't get a first attempt, which I think we should be able to. But if we don't, it could take a while. Even one Purifaction in general could take a while, like 20-30 minutes. Just for this single cycle of a few battles. It's because of how much longer they take due to higher stats. And not having as good of an option to run for it. Because you're stuck with the faction troops. Only problem with taking a nap though is I still haven't covered a video for it. We'll obviously be getting around to that within the next several hours. If it's not before the nightly stream, we'll just do it immediately after then. Just highlight the stream at certain parts. No, it doesn't take that long to do a video thingy for it, given that we're already gonna have the teams built. Because one of the longest things that normally takes for any video is building the teams themselves. Like everything related to the teams for videos is normally the biggest component of actually making a video. Or at least one of the more time-consuming aspects of it. Obviously, there's a lot of other parts to it. Well, the one that probably takes the longest, it's making and testing teams. Normally because I need variants for every level range. Or at least I try to anyways. Like a low level, mid level, and high level. Obviously for everything I don't necessarily do one. Sometimes you just do a high level and low level. The last trait on the legendary troop is broken. Why? The enemy troop is gaining souls, even if you match purple gems at the board. Which troop are you referring to? The legend? I haven't actually tried using the legend yet. Let's see, we can test it. Does he get souls for this? Oh, he does. Yeah, that's kind of interesting. I wonder if that's intended and it's just worded weirdly. But yeah, he's gaining souls even if you take purple. I normally do my videos in one take. I generally do not edit my videos. I have in the past. Though as of lately, I haven't really been. We normally just do it in one take and make sure I have everything prepped beforehand. I'll sometimes redo a recording. But more often than not, it's just all one take. But I haven't like edited one in a while. Though we have in the past quite a bit. It's not recently. Is he gaining souls from every color? That's pretty broken. So it had the same issue as the other thing then. Gosh, that's a pretty big issue. If nothing else, you can use him for a bit of soul farming right now then. Obviously, even that's not the greatest though compared to actual soul farming teams. And honestly, that wouldn't even be viable even if that was his ability. If he gained 1 soul any single time anyone took any mana from the board, that still wouldn't even be that good. Oh yeah, he is gaining it for literally any color. That's weird. Yeah, if either side takes any mana, he gets a soul. Even if that was his actual ability, that would still be a useless ability compared to actual soul farming methods. Similar to what they did with the other thing. They shouldn't nerf that. They should keep that as is. They're not going to, though. But yeah, even if they kept it as is, as him gaining souls from every single time anyone takes mana, even that won't make it viable. His final trait. It'd make it more viable than it is. It still wouldn't make it particularly viable. At least relative to other soul farming. Because that means 40 mana exchanges would have to be done. And that's a lot of time that you'd have to allocate towards that. Compared to troops that can get that way quicker just from casting. Imagine the bug happening with lifesteal instead. That would be a bit broken. No one alert the fun police. It'll be nerfed. It definitely will be. Even though it's not game breaking. Yeah, it's a bad trait either way. But it's kind of like Leprechaun in that regard. In that, like, it's not great for gold. But hey, it's free resources. So if he still had, like, that soul thing exactly as is. Like, it's not the best way to get souls. But hey, you're getting free souls for just using it, so. It's not necessarily that bad. Free souls is free souls. Any free resource is free resource. You can get more rather than less for doing nothing extra. It's always good. Because Leprechaun's pretty great for that indirectly. He is a slight gold gaining troop. Not the main best one in the game, but he does accumulate gold every single battle and adds up. Oh, we're pretty much at the halfway point at this point, as of right now. We're getting there. Luckily, we're still at triple Tesla. I don't think they could ever really level to a range where they would be outside of triple Tesla range. Oh, unless that happens. Psst. So luckily, the damage is concentrated, so that should actually be one more shot. Since he does technically the split damage. Can you please get 1 mana? Thank you. Annoying Dragon Egg, Dragon Soul combo back and forth. Very rare that it happens, but it can. We kind of got lucky there. That Dragon Soul had a 50% chance to become Dragon Egg, and it didn't. The good old 50-50 rule. Look at all that souls. Gaining souls for everything. Oi. Let's see, we'll take that over for now. Grab ourselves the explosions. Get our Tesla in there. Yeah, I'll take that now, just so we can double Tesla. Yeah, his boost ratio is based on the attack of what he hits. I was wondering what you were referring to by that, which is why I didn't make any comment on that. I was like, wait, why would attack matter on him? But yeah, his boost ratio is based on his target's attack. Which is why I said it would upscale during the video earlier. Because it's 1-to-1 boost ratio based on what you target. Which means we can use it to upscale on these higher level 500 faction battle. We might even want to double up on him just because of that reason. I'm not sure if we have enough mana accumulation to make that work. I don't think we do in this faction. Last I recall, I was planning on going one of each, but I didn't actually double check yet today. We'll figure it out once we get there. We're almost there. Taking the next, like, what, hour or so? And then sometime within that time, we'll hand out another code. And should be able to go all the way to Pure Faction. Then we'll take a nap, grab something to eat, rest our eyes, and be back for tonight. And tonight we'll be messing around with dailies, messing around probably with the Mythic a bit, and going from there. And then tomorrow morning, oh, and then at some point before I go to bed, I need to make sure I covered the video on going over this faction, which shouldn't take that long. We already have everything pretty much set up for it. And then tomorrow we'll do Animal Crossing and do the May Day event. And then tomorrow night we'll be back at, as always, same time as always. And then Sunday we go over preview and all the normal stuff from there. Then Monday event, and we're starting the cycle again. Has some sugar-free energy drinks. No, I don't drink energy drinks. I don't drink energy drinks. I don't drink coffee. Like almost everything like that I don't drink. Maybe that's one of the reasons we're so tired. But yeah, I don't do coffee. I don't do energy drinks. I don't do a lot of stuff that's like that. Oh no, we're not ending right now, by the way. I was just saying what our game plan was. I should be able to go all the way. We'll see in the next half an hour if we are or aren't. We should be able to go all the way to Pure Faction right now. And mess around with that once we get there. How is he not dead yet? Stop reviving. Not like you can anymore, but there we go. You live on those things on your 30-hour shift. Yeah, I have quite a few friends that do too. I have one in particular that drinks way too many energy drinks. Like to the point that he has heart problems because of it. Yeah, what is that then? 17 more. We're almost there. One of those is counting Purification. Though Purification takes longer, of course. These battles are down to about a minute or so. As far as time. They go decently quick. And luckily we only have a 3-room layout. Which also makes the entirety of it go quite a bit quicker. Compared to higher room layouts. Come on, click. Oh, I want to go. There we go. Wouldn't let me click for a second. It's being weird. Oh yeah, we had one dislike earlier. I saw that earlier. We got that a while ago. Someone did the upside down like button. Let's throw that down for now. And there we go. Oh, never mind. Now you have full mana. Unfortunately, you didn't get an extra turn from that, which would have been very useful because you'd already be dead. There we go. Down it goes. And I always prefer doing it this way compared to Urskia's Shield. I know Urskia's Shield is obviously an option we could do to boost ratio or damage. I always tend to prefer Mountain Crusher and more mana accumulation though. And just go for an extra cast. Because I feel like whenever I need to use Urskia's Shield, I forget to cast it. And then it's even worse if you're using Urskia's Shield and then you cast it at the wrong time. Because then it becomes even slower than this. Even though it can normally go a little bit quicker if you do it correctly. I just prefer the playstyle of it without it. It should be dead. And if it's not, that's very unfortunate. There we go. Luckily it is. Yeah, today was really bad, the one for today. It's not the most useless mythic in the game, but it's pretty far down as far as its viability. Still a few teams here and there, but there's like almost no instance you would really bother bringing it out compared to something else. And aspects that it has just kind of clash together. They don't really work that well. Like, they really should have done a different final trait for him. If they did a different final trait, he would actually not be that horrible. But while his final trait could potentially be good on like some concept of troop, I don't feel like it works particularly good on him. That or if they made it all concentrate like the same target. Like if he did, given that he does skull damage the first slot, if he did like something like 15 damage the first slot per extra turn, Or even just pure yellow, but preferably per extra turn. If that was his ability, he would probably be viable if that was the only change that they made to him. Because he would actually have a unique aspect that no other troop has. But the problem is every individual aspect he has, another troop already has. His random damage, another troop has just 2 damage lower, but it's lower rarity, so it's easier to obtain. And other versions of it are just better. The Crate 12 Skull things on Def, other troops have. And the single poke with double damage, other troops have. Like, there's a lot of stuff on it. Like, almost all of it. Other troops have those components already. And most of them, if not all of them, do it better than him. But that'd be, like, the easiest way to try to make him viable. Increases damage to 15, but make it so it only hits first slot. Because that'd be unique. Because currently nothing hits first slot on a trait like that. And that would synergize with the fact that he creates skulls. Unfortunately, that is not his ability. What's the order of explosions if you have potions of explosions and the doomsayers won't explode? I believe they happen simultaneously. I don't think they happen in different order. I'm pretty sure they just all stack and happen at once. Like, it's not like it explodes, resets the board, and then explodes. I'm pretty sure it just explodes them all at once at the same time. So there really is no order to it, in that they basically happen at the same time. It basically just adds 1 to the amount of explosions. Unless you mean the enemy having it compared to you not having it. Unless you meant both on the same team. But if you meant both on the same team, it just happens at once. To my understanding. If it was on the other team, it would happen after. I think that's how it is after they fixed it. Because there was a glitch with it, with the enemy having it. While you also had it. I'm pretty sure they fixed that glitch at this point. It was fixed, actually, previous patch. Not this most recent patch, but the one prior. Oh no, I didn't even look at it yet. Maybe it's a good idea if I don't. But no, I'll look at it at some point. Not this stream, though. I'll definitely take a good look at it later. Probably tonight, while we were going over the current Mythic. And as I'm saying how bad it is, we can go look at the next month's Mythic. $370, almost so close. Almost in the 400s. We just got pure faction to go do. It should be pretty easy off the legends. But I'm pretty sure this is the exact order we run for pure faction. Destroy our skulls, gain a bunch of life and armor, boosted by skulls destroyed, and it tanks. Create 8 skulls or 8 doom skulls, boosted by my souls. Summon an iron jaw, which is this one, the tank. So you get to replace your tank. So it even has summon. Create 8 to 12 purple gems. And give all purple allies a quarter of their mana, which is everything on your team, right? Wasn't everything purple? Yeah, everything but itself is purple. And then, of course, the boost ratio 1, which deals damage to an enemy boosted by their attack. And their attack by the final battle is probably going to be around 300. But yeah, I believe we just run one of each, which is what I was saying earlier. Oddly enough, in exact order that the enemy also has them in. And I end up saying that before this event even started, that that's probably going to be what happens. Is we quite literally mirror the battle, kind of like we do for all Singhai. And it turns out that's going to be the case. Because it seems like the most optimal way to run this faction is just quite literally to do that team. Exactly as is, with no variance, or no variation. The other alternative would be to use the mana generator with like 3 of the boost ratio guy, but I think you're going to need tanks. At least one of them. So I guess alternatively you could drop, you can drop this one, which would get rid of your summon, but you go for double legends, which isn't in this battle. But you drop this and go for double legends. That's like the only other real change I could really see, other than just literally copying the final battle. Just because they do synergize pretty well for once, kind of like how Singhai does. Which reminds me a lot of it. But instead of a skull spam option for kill, you have a boost ratio for it. Which honestly is actually probably better. One more will do it. What was that? An 11 floors? And then we're good to go. So we're like 3/4 of the way there. Not counting faction battle. Oh, wait. Oh, as we move around, we'll take that over. Grab that. Almost in the 400s, so close. Once we got a little bit closer, we'll probably hand out the second code that I mentioned. We'll hand out 2 codes for once. We already handed out the other one earlier, of course. We'll hand out another one soon. Not sure exactly where we'll hand it out, but at some point soon. Definitely before we do pure faction. Yeah, we got a Valraven, which is always good. I believe we got all the Val Ravens we need to go all the way. No, I lied. I need one more. Oh, no. We might need to buy another pack then. Yeah, if we want to get it done today, we might need to get another pack. Well, we can hope for Val Raven. I don't think we can within that shorter battle, given that we just got one right now. Given that we're doing skip method. Oh, no, I'll hold off just to see if we can get lucky on it. I don't feel like we will, though. Good morning, Dan. Welcome. Didn't know I was streaming this early. Well, it's actually later than normal. But I guess for your time zone, it might be early. Yeah, we're currently just progressing through. We're at about to get to floor 400. Or level 400. I just always call them floors. Ever since Tower of Doom, I call all of them floors now. Same difference. Same premise. Just the way that sigils get used is different. Because for Tower of Doom, it's every single room ends up counting as a sigil. Whereas in Delves, the entire floor is one whole piece. Or, you know, one whole sigil. You know, it doesn't matter if you do 3 of the battles or all of them, it'll still cost you the 1 sigil. Whereas in Fire Tower of Doom, it costs you 1 sigil per fight. Rather than 1 sigil per floor. It's supposed to be because this is how the games are set up differently. Yeah, it's kind of funny. Tower of Doom has no towers. Yet the one called Invasions has all the towers. It's kind of weird, but that is the way it is. But yeah, Tower of Doom has no towers in it. So none of the tower troops do any better in Tower of Doom. The ones that have like tower boost ratios. Come on, where's our one Val Raven? Save us those gems. I don't know, do we just finish out tomorrow then? If we don't end up having enough sigils? I'm not sure if it's worth 200 gems just to get it done a day early. Or we could just wait. Unless we needed stats for a pure faction, but I don't feel like we did. Hey, you just finished, nice. Yeah, we're getting there. We're at what, 400, 410? Here's 400. Now it's gonna be 410. Still in need of 1 sigil though. If we don't get Val Raven, I'm gonna be 1 sigil short. Or is it 2 sigil short? Yeah, we're actually exactly 2 sigil short right now. Assuming we do Deathless and Pure Faction separately. Which generally you do, unless you get really lucky on Pure Faction. That pet is like a winged Naga snake. I didn't actually look at it yet. We'll have it soon. I have to go all the way to 500 to get it. Since we didn't do any Pure Factions. Let's take Tribute and see what it looks like. Okay, so this time the flash offer didn't start reflashing again. Weird. Oh, now it does. It seems to do it after you take tribute. It's like, ooh, go use your tribute gems. Maybe that's their way of nerfing tribute. Is every single time you take tribute, the offer button will start blinking again. And it's like, hey, go spend the gems that you just got from tributes on something. Or new gem sync. That might be their way of nerfing it without actually nerfing it. I didn't think about that, but it almost seems like what offers are. Because I didn't notice it literally appears as soon as you take tribute. It's kind of funny. But it might be a way of kind of hinting at nerfing them. Like without actually nerfing them, but by indirectly nerfing them. By basically giving a new thing to go use all them on. And try to entice you to do so. Some instances worth it. Got the one offer thingy today. Just so I can give some guildmate gifts to my guilds mates. And Orbit Clans. It technically comes out to a positive gem trade. However, I think it comes down to 15 profit. Because it's 200 for the thing, and that's 135, and those are 25 each. So what is that? That's 15 or 5? I think it was 15. Profit. Unfortunately, 75 of those gems we don't get to keep ourselves, but hey. Those things normally cost like $1 each, those little gift thingies. And we could buy it for free, just with in-game currency now. Though you have to have VIP 6, I believe, to have it, so technically they're not free. But since we haven't spent money on the game, and haven't been lately, it's a way that we could do it without spending money. Which is nice. Anyways, what do we have in mail right now? Was that our level up reward? No, oh gosh, I forgot. Yeah, the level up reward is in there though. That's mostly just all the faction stuff, of course. A billion different tabs because for whatever reason doesn't all stack like quite a few of the other ones. Anyways, so where were we? We were not doing that. We were doing this over here. So let's go claim our reward, see what we get. We already had it for a while, obviously. Because we're going way further than the minimum. No! Orange isn't green. Go away. Please give me a blue. Go blue. Hey! Blue! Okay, that made up for it. Nice. The second blue this week. Still not a lot, but better than not getting two this week. We've definitely had weeks with none of value at all. Even multiple weeks in a row. With no purple or no green. I mean, no purple and no blue, I mean. Ad seemed kind of bugged. Won't let you watch it past 24 hours, really? That's strange. They're definitely not worth it, though. Hopefully they'll buff them in the future. But they were really bad value. Might as well just be playing PvP or anything. Literally anything. That was a weird lag right there. Playing too many battles. No. Let's see. Go for that. You get a reminder that your ring is running low, but you can't pre-purchase the next one. That's kind of weird. That's pretty hilarious. It's like your thing is running out, but we're not going to give you a way to refresh it until it actually runs out. I think there might be a way. I'm not sure. I know they changed it this patch, how that works exactly. I'd expect you to be able to buy it in advance, and it just stacks onto the next one. I think that's what it said on the changelog. Haven't tried it though, because I haven't been doing microtransactions. So I haven't tested it. No, we just got a new cycle in Soulforge, so it could be literally any mythic in the game next week. Like, quite literally any. We kind of knew what this one was going to be this week, what was going to happen. But next week can be literally anything at this point, because the cycle just refreshed. It just finished refreshing. So there's a really wide range. Almost every single mythic in the game can be tomorrow. I mean, on next week. Because the way that it works is it goes through cycles where every single one happens at least once. But the cycle just resets, so it's going to be a while. We did the opening and testing in the video. We didn't do it on stream, but we covered a video for it separately. It's already up on the channel. We'll be covering it more on tonight's stream. So what's the verdict? I think if we do all these sigils and we don't get a Valraven, I think I'm just going to save these battles for tomorrow night then. If and only if we completely run out of sigils. Oh, but I have to keep at least one battle to go do the video with though. But then again, I don't have to. I could do it off of I could show the video. Never mind, I don't need to keep a sigil. I could always show it off the faction itself. I forgot. It's not that big a deal. Do I feel like the Soulforge system is getting outdated or broken? The biggest issue with Soulforge is it seemed like when it was added in a way where it was kind of incomplete, and it was like, oh yeah, we're going to add more to it into the future. But then they never really did much to add more to it in the future. I think is the biggest issue with Soulforge. Some aspects of it are a bit dated as far as its pricing. But most of it's still consistent because it came in like, what, 2.5 years ago, I believe, Soulforge? I believe it was about 2.5 years at this point. 2 years, 2.5, somewhere around there. Probably closer to 2.5. So it's been out for a while now. But it needs a lot of updating. A lot of stuff that they never got around to with it. I feel like pets, they miss a lot of potential on too. It was kind of one of those things like, oh yeah, we'll release it like this, and then we'll update it, and then never really updated it. Yeah, fall 2017, so yeah, 2.5 years. I was right with the first guess. So it's like half the duration of the game, almost. I don't know, there's a lot of ways they could sync resources with Soulforge that they haven't been doing. Yeah, the cycle of Soulforge is very, very long, particularly for Legends. Like, you should almost never wait for a Legends in Soulforge. The cycle for Legends is absurdly long. And Mythics is starting to get pretty long too. Mythic cycle, I believe, is 3 months? Maybe a little over 3 months? It's around 3 months. But Legend cycle is like more than half a year, if I'm not mistaken. It's really long. Oh gosh, I need to pay attention a bit more. We're actually almost dying. Almost. As long as we get Tesla down, we're fine. Gotta be careful. So where's that Valraven? We need it. Otherwise we're going to be 2 battles short. And we'll hand out the other codes soon. Oh, we'll hand it out next Valraven now. Hopefully we see one though. We should be able to get at least one more. And if we do, we'll be able to complete it out today. And if not, I think I'm just going to wait till tomorrow. Just so it doesn't cost us another whole 200 gems. Well, the main reason they don't want people to craft whatever you want whenever is there's always metas within the game. And they don't want people just to be able to instantly craft like the most meta of meta out of nowhere every single time. I think that's one of the main reasons why they have it like that. For higher team diversity. What is the most must-have mythic card? In the current state of the game, I don't know. It really depends on what game mode you want to focus on, though. Because there's a different one for every game mode. Ferris Raw Soul Farming, Wild Queen for Guild Wars / PvP, Iron Gut for Delves, and a few other mixed in there. But every single one's a completely different area of the game as far as where their focus is. Well, I have more diamonds than I ever know what to do with. I think we're sitting on like 19 mythic worth of diamonds or something, I forget. Something absurd. You do eventually get a surplus, but it takes a very, 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 very long time of playing the game. You get most of them off of keys, and then you kind of focus on the diamonds to focus them down. What is the dollar value of 50 diamonds? Less than $1. I'm not even sure what you'd price out the actual value of diamonds to in money. I guess we could do it based on gem value. So $1 is worth how many gems again these days? I believe it's 100 gems, right? Or was it 50 gems? I believe each dollar is worth 50 gems. And each diamond is worth 2 gems. So by that comparison, 50 diamonds is worth 100 gems. Which means theoretically, that is worth $2 then. Is it really? Wait, what? That doesn't seem right. But yeah, I guess it kind of is. Wait, how much is $1 in gems these days for gem value? Is it higher than that or lower? I'm pretty sure it was about, though there are some instances where you can get better. But I believe on average 50 or $1 is 50 gems during like flash offers and stuff like that, which is generally what I would consider the actual value to be. So yeah, because technically every diamond is worth 2 gems. And under that logic, then technically every single gem is worth, or sorry, every single 50 gems is worth $2 then. Why does that seem too high? Because what does that come out to if you do that into, if you break that down into a thing then? So if that's the case, 4,000 divided by 50 times 2. Does it come out to that? Yeah, you'd have to buy 160 gems worth of gems into diamonds to get one mythic via Soulforge. Whereas now you could just spend $50 to guarantee get a mythic you don't have. You don't get to choose that mythic, but it's after 30 days you guarantee get one that you don't have. There's also a 30-day wait compared to the kind of instancy of the Soulforge. Yeah, it's like a 3 times cost difference if you were to do money only and not actually play the game for resources. But if you were doing just money only methods, it is actually 3 times more expensive to buy gems and then convert those gems into diamonds than it is to spend $50 to get a random mythic you don't own. Come on, where's the Valraven? Stop hiding from us. I forget the amount of time it takes to get one mythic. I believe it was almost 2 months, give or take, depending on what methods you were using to accumulate diamonds slowly over time. There's just some somewhat farming methods, but most of it's just passive. It also depends if you're getting all the passive methods. But yeah, I believe it's approximately 2 months per mythic, if you average all the factors. And by 2 months per mythic, I mean the amount of diamonds that you would need for it. Approximately. Yeah, it is possible that a mythic falls in such a weird way that you basically have a you'd basically get enough diamonds for another mythic within the time of waiting for the mythic to be craftable that you were looking for initially. That is technically possible, though very unlikely, but it can fall that way. And that becomes increasingly more likely as more mythics come into the game. I do feel like they need to do something to make mythics a little bit easier to get, because as the time goes on, there's just more and more mythics in the game, making it kind of harder for newer players to catch up. So it'd be nice if they added some kind of feature for that, some way, shape, or form to make it a bit easier. And maybe they do it with some kind of other diamond sync, so people that have infinite diamonds can actually use diamonds for something. Because I have every mythic in the game, so I don't really need to be using them on mythics. I have every weapon in the game, so I can't use them on weapons. There's nothing for me to use diamonds on. And I know many people have like a billion things they need to use diamonds on, but there are like a small population in the game, like a 1% or a few percent that do have like all these diamonds that they can't do anything with. So if they were to buff it, they would probably do like maybe something else to go with it that you could sync it into, to justify the fact that they're actually buffing it. Also, where's that Valraven? Hopefully we get it. We got 3 more things to go. And that will bring us to 490. I need the Valraven to go do 500 purification. So I was kind of joking, but at this point I think we are actually going to give out the redeem code once we see the Valraven. So it's all root for that Valraven. Because if we see the Valraven, we'll hand out code. Still won't hand it out, even if we don't. But the second we see Valraven, we'll hand out code. Hopefully we get it. Otherwise, we'll finish it tomorrow night. And hopefully we can finish it today. Not gonna waste 200 gems just to finish it today, though, when we can do it tomorrow. For free. Or I should say for no additional cost. The codes can be used on PC and mobile. But if you're on any of the console versions, you cannot use the codes, unfortunately. And they give 2 treasure maps, 1 gem key, 200 souls, 2,500 gold. It's not a really large amount of resources, but it helps a little bit. Most useful thing in it, of course, is a gem key, which is worth 9 gem value. And also has a chance, of course, for the Mythic that's in the drop table right now. And theoretically, with how many claims the codes have, about every 3rd code we hand out, someone should be gaining a Mythic, even if they don't mention that someone got a Mythic. Because each one has a couple hundred claims. So after about 3 codes, that's about the drop rate for a Mythic. So someone out there got it. We don't know who, though. Unless they mention it in the chat. Come on, Valraven. Stop hiding. We're almost out of sigils. Do a full floor for a better Valraven chance? We could try doing that. It'll take a while, though. Given how deep we already are. Really? What are you responding for? I don't even think that's enough to kill, is it? No, it is not. Should've just gotten full mana for the other one first. Had a feeling it wasn't. I was kind of hoping it would. Actually, still not enough. I was going for double cast. Yeah, this month's Mythic's pretty bad. Not the greatest. Definitely below average. Valraven, go. No Valraven. Yeah, I might do the entirety of the final floor. We'll see. Take forever. But, could give us Valraven. We can also just be patient and do it tomorrow. Because we'll get the sigils regardless for free tomorrow. Ah, there we go. 490. Last one before 500. And then we would need 2 more sigils. One more for 500 Deathless. And then the other one for 500 Purifaction. Come on, Valraven, go. Go, 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 go. No! That's unfortunate. We might just have to do it tomorrow then. Just to give us leeway. Because even if we get Valraven now, we have to do it with no mistakes on either. Which is possible, of course, but I like having leeway. Did I ever do a video on the craftable mythics this week? No, I've gone over some more teams, like on streams and such. I never really covered a video thingy for it. Next video I need to cover is on the... I'm just going to take this room, I think. I don't know. Should we do all these rooms, or should we just take the final one? But no, we haven't covered it yet. And next video I'll be doing is obviously covering the faction. Have I lost a troop at all? Yes. We lost a troop a couple times during some of the battles. But once I switched to Titan, that kind of stopped happening. But before we did that, we were losing like 1 or 2, I think. Also, hello, Hogan. Welcome. You're running the same team except Thrall instead of Leprechaun. Yeah, someone did mention Thrall instead. I don't know. I kind of just like Leprechaun. Plus it covers green, which is a whole additional color. I don't know. I think we're just going to do this and then finish it out tomorrow then. I think that's going to be the game plan. And that will give us a leeway, just to make sure if we miss a single loss, it's not going to be like us running out of battles. Who knows, maybe we'll randomly get Valraven here. Could you imagine? We're just going to do it without doing the other side rooms. Nope, no Valraven. Oh well. We'll wait till tomorrow. We can be patient. Not that big a deal. Well, we reached the goal of getting to 500. The only problem is, not exactly. Because we didn't get to do Pure Faction and we didn't get to do, Deathless. That'll give us something fun to do on tomorrow night's stream. I'll still cover the video because I can cover it off of the, other sigils. We still have our daily delves. So I can just cover it off of that later. And that'll probably be after the stream because I do want to go for a quick nap. Grab dinner, go from there. Am I still be streaming at 5 p.m. Eastern still? No, I think we're gonna wrap up after in a few minutes actually, which would not be during that time. But yeah, so we made it to 500, but we're out of sigils, and for the sake of saving 200 gems, we're probably just gonna wait on it. Oh yeah, we're still streaming at 8 p.m. Yes, I'll still be streaming that, of course. We do every night. But yeah, I'm going to go and hand out another code, because I did say I'd hand out another code. I said at Valraven, but obviously we didn't get Valraven, so we'll hand it out now. But let me go hand out another code, and I guess we'll start slowly wrapping up then. So we'll be back, as I mentioned, tonight, which is in like 4 hours from now, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Just going to take a quick nap, rest up a little bit, rest my eyes, grab dinner, and go from there. And if I have some time, I'll work on the videos, make sure it's all set up. Might even record it completely. Though most likely it'll be recorded after after the thing. Let's see. Where's the code thingy? I'm pretty tired right now. Had a headache earlier. The headache somewhat went away, but it's still like there. Like it's not as bad as it was earlier. Let's see. We'll refresh. Put that right over there. Put that over there. Copy, copy. And here you guys go. There is the redeem code. Use it on gemsofwar.com with the game code section. Your invite code can be found in your settings menu. Whatever your game says right over here in the bottom left corner is what you put in. Redeem code is right over there in chat, starting with the W and 9. Just copy and paste all those random numbers and letters. And it gives the same reward as always: 2 treasure maps, 1 gem key, 200 souls, and 2,500 gold. Enjoy, everyone. And it only works on PC mobile version of the game. Just click that link to use it or go to gemsofwar.com with the game code section. But there you guys go. And does anyone else have any other questions? Otherwise, we're probably going to be wrapping up for now. And then we'll just finish it out Saturday night then. Because then we'll have free sigils at that point. Because you get a 3 free per day, as it says right there. So we'll have another 3 tomorrow, which will allow us to finish that out. And I'll have another 3 the following day, which obviously we don't need at that point. But, yeah, let's wait till tomorrow just so we don't have to spend a whole another 200 gems. It'll be better that way. Now that we have even more things to use gems on, gosh. But any other questions, anyone? But anyways, guys, definitely feel free to leave a like on the stream. Helps out a lot. We'll be back, as I mentioned, in about 4 hours from now. Actually, at this point, it's almost more like 3.5 hours. But, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is around the time we'll be back. And we'll mostly be going and messing with dailies. Probably messing with the Mythic a little bit since we didn't really get to do it this stream. Though we did cover a video on it. I'll have a video up for the Delve stuff, which we pretty much went over during the stream, but a lot more concise. We'll have that up either later today or very, very early tomorrow. One or the other. But we will have it up very soon, TM. And, I haven't gone over all of it on stream. Actually, I guess I kind of went over Pure Faction. And, of course, tomorrow night we'll be actually running Pure Faction. Definitely some Pure Faction. And we'll have 3 battles to do that with, which should be enough. Technically 5, because we're probably going to find Devour Raven any second now. That, unfortunately, we didn't just get right now. But anyways, guys, hope you all enjoy your weekend. Best of luck if you're going to be trying for the Mythic, though do keep in mind it's pretty bad. Best of luck with Delves. And I will catch you guys very soon. Goodbye, everyone. And thank you so much for stopping by today. Greatly appreciate it, as always. Goodbye, and stay safe from the virus, everyone.